Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, child. What is this? Tuesday. Shout out to Norbit. Shout out to all of y'all. I see you. I appreciate you. Please make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. What is going on a Tuesday? It looks like Stefon Diggs is on trial. How I didn't notice. I didn't. Okay, so, child, what is, hold on. Because I just saw, Stefon Diggs is charged with felony strangulation and misdemeanor assault after an argument with his personal I remember this, personal chef over money in December 2025. And it looks like it just started this week. But it looks like the big to-do is the fact that the chef was speaking yesterday, or gave her testimony, however you say it, right? And I don't know, it's sounding fishy. It's not funny. It's sounding fishy is the best way that I can describe it. So we gotta see here, watch, judge, and see what's going on. You know, I got a whole list of other crap that we need to go over. But I can't get to it, so I'm gonna have to come back later today, of course, because my job is never done. Maybe even midday. Let's see how long this one takes. But I don't know, y'all. I don't know because I'm allegedly, people are going to say that I don't have any empathy or sympathy, but y'all, I cannot have empathy and sympathy for dumbass situations that people put themselves in and then cry foul because somebody didn't do what they thought they were going to do, or they did exactly what one would expect that they would do. Now, obviously, I don't think that somebody should be strangling somebody unless, of course, they slept your kid or something like that. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me and things that I just don't understand. Much like moving in with someone when you make music, like for like Diddy and all those people. Oh yeah, we're gonna move in together to make an album for 6 years. What? Like, I feel like none of that shit makes sense. I gotta move in with you to work for you, but clearly that's what these people do. This woman, I don't even know her name, child, moved in and to become the chef. She didn't apply to become the chef. I just feel, it seems like, allegedly, they was effing. And then I guess he wanted her close or something, or she needed some money. I don't know. And she moved in. How? Became the chef. So you're going to be there to watch what a football player does. This is along the lines, seemingly, of the same old shit with the Megan Clay. So then you over there effing him, you're privy in front to see what happens in the home, since she lives in the home, and your feelings get in the way. Allegedly. This is just me just thinking on what's going on, because I know nothing about this. I promise y'all I know nothing about this. And then you see that he's with this one, that one, and the third. And then you start feeling some kind of way, because then he still could be, you know, spending time with you. I'm trying to be nice. He's still gonna be spending time with you. Then he allegedly didn't pay her or something. But can y'all just ever go to work and work? Can y'all just ever go to work and work? Not F the boss, not, you know, develop feelings for the boss. Can y'all go home? Does everybody gotta live with everybody? Like, I don't know. I just feel like this. Remember the guy, I think his name was Robin Leach. He had Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. Rest in peace to that man. Too bad he not alive today, because he would have content for days, okay? Let me do a tonight's conversation first, chat, because, you know, this is my new favorite thing in the world. I'm sorry, y'all. This is my new favorite thing in the world. Where have I been? Let's do tonight's conversation, then this JP Morgan stuff, because there was a woman over there that was allegedly taking advantage of a man sexually. Child, everybody is crazy. Everybody is crazy. Every Everybody is sex starved. No one can just, all these women are supposed to be able to, and I don't know that story yet either. So I feel like I've heard some things, I'm not really sure, but can people just go to work and go home? That's all I want to know. Can people just go to work and go home? I'm confused. It seems like they can't. Good morning, Uncle Rick. Shout out to all of y'all. I see you. I appreciate you. We're going to start off with tonight's conversation because, like I said, this is my most favorite thing in the world. This one is titled, "Can Someone Truly Be Delivered from Their Past and Be Ready for a Healthy Relationship?" These women's is going through it. If y'all don't get out here and SYCBM like Dante and Funky Dineva tells y'all to.
How do you date a Christian man who was free from homosexuality and addiction?
We're going to keep it real in here this evening. There's a lot of things that you can grow from. Like once I wasn't disciplined, now I'm disciplined. But dating men as a man is not something that you grow from. That's who you are. And I think we have to accept that because, and also, you never want to be the trial period woman for a man that's trying to grow into something else, right? Because more times than not, there's going to be a relapse. And who's going to have to pay for that relapse? You will.
Kitty.
I can't speak from a carnally minded place. Because we're talking about what God can do. And people who are led by the Spirit and people who are truly children of God know that who the Son sets free is free indeed.
That's my song.
And so I think it is unfortunate for us to say that someone cannot grow from something. You can absolutely be healed from something. We have to realize that when a person aligns their soul with God, then their will now changes to what the will of God is. And everyone has a past. Everyone has done something stupid and they have been transformed under Christ Jesus. And so when we're speaking about this, I'm going to speak from a spiritually led place, okay? When we're speaking about that, people can change. However, the enemy is going to always try to take someone back to who their former identity is, which means that there may be moments to where they start desiring something in their past again. It doesn't mean that they'll act on it if their soul is aligned with Christ Jesus, but it does mean that there may be a desire. But when they have the will of the Spirit, they stop themselves from doing what the desire would actually be and align their heart and take delight in God. So regardless of what other people are saying, if you know when you speak to God and God confirms to you that this person is changed and they are not that same person, and you know that you have the willpower to deal with possible desires every once in a blue moon, because even women who have previously been in gay relationship will tell you that sometimes there's a desire, but they don't act on it because they love God too much and they fear God too much. So if you believe that to be true and you know the power of God, then do so. Just be prepared that there may be some times where the enemy comes in and tries to bring in a desire, tries to pull them back to their old identity. And if you don't have the strength for that, leave it alone. If you do have the strength for that, more power to you.
Now listen, I love you, Kitty. I do. But no. Now listen, I'm not saying that the Lord cannot change things, but the people down here and them reading what the Lord is saying, they seem to get it wrong 90% of the time. I'm sorry, y'all. Lord, forgive me. Lord, forgive me. Okay? But the readings that people are doing down here on earth are not reading in alignment properly with the Lord. Okay? There's too many people that just do the debaucherous thing. And then when they find out, even though they knew, because the odds are, because people don't seem to know what odds are, right? The odds are I'm not going to win $1 million when I go gamble. Okay, that's just how that works. The odds are if I go to the beach that I'm going to get sand on me. You know, sometimes people just don't pay attention to the odds. And for people that always talk about they don't want to take care of nobody, they don't want a struggle relationship, and that they don't settle, they sure do seem to get into a lot of relationships, entanglements, situationships, or whatever you want to call it, that seem to get them exactly where they claim that they don't want to be. And then use the Lord as a reason why, they're going to choose to do said thing. Now, can the Lord change people? Yes, if you truly believe. But if you really, truly believe in the Lord, anyway, allegedly, this is my thought, okay? I know a lot of people don't think so. And you're Black, because usually, typically, even though we know gay people, we will say, our grandmothers definitely would say, there's something wrong with him. There's something wrong with him. And she'd be talking about being gay. Sorry for your luck. It's when I grew up. It is what it is. I don't have any problem with gay people. I don't. But because I have gay friends and they're really gay, they said, this is what they've ever always told me. We've talked about plenty of things and they said, if you're gay. I'm going to tend to go ahead and believe what they say. I mean, if the dude just wants to be both, then let him be both. Why would you want to take that on? Then God forbid, if you find out that he's still being ABCD and still messing with you, then you're going to get mad because then he might want to spend more time with the guy. But anyway, child, this is crazy. Like Queen said, why the hell would you come on? Again, this another person that looks like they are not well older, let me not say well older, but either the same age or on the end of the higher age scale, excuse me, than the people on this daggone stage. So why it is that you had to come out here and say this mess and ask for their advice? Go to a professional and not Cheyenne Bryant and not me, child. You want to come to me, you're going to be mad at my answer because I won't be pussyfooting around. Because if it's all for YouTube, I'm going to tell you, girl, what the fuck, child? Where's that at? I am so confused. This is the most educated and the smartest and the know everything. And when it comes to relationships, don't know shit about shit upon shit. Proven with every single last one of these damn conversations. I ain't heard a normal question yet. I ain't heard a normal question yet. Why have we not been doing this? I'm going to play it again. Thank you, Kofa. He said, good morning, boo. This is what Black men are This is what Black men are supposed to fix. Yes. You heard what Dondre said. You heard what Funky Doniva said. And you hear what all these women say that y'all are supposed to do. And the funny part about it, which y'all know I'm just playing, is that they never said that they're doing anything wrong. Listen to these fucking stories. Because the point of why they're out here even saying all these things, in my opinion, allegedly, but I know I'm right, but it's allegedly because you never know, but I know I'm right allegedly, is that they can't get into relationships. All they do is complain about men. You can't get into relationships. Maybe because y'all do dumb shit like this, and then you say dumb shit like this out loud, and then you tell your dumb shit to the damn world. Because y'all word vomit, word salad, can't shut the fuck up. Remember when y'all said y'all was gonna shut the fuck up? Once Donald Trump got elected, ain't shut the fuck up yet. Ain't shut the fuck up yet. And then the things that you're saying, and then everybody's supposed to just ignore it and was like, and then y'all make excuses for, and then y'all make excuses for every single one of these dumbass women and these dumbass stories talking this dumbass mess. You brought this shit to the internet. You said this shit out loud. Child. This is what Black men are supposed to fix. Yes. Hashtag SYSBM. Hashtag BYOCBM. Did I say that right? BYOCBM. And hashtag vasectomies and passports. Child, this is crazy. See, with every one of these, I'm so on the SYSBM side. I'm so on that side because I don't want to deal with these people, and I don't even have to deal with them in the way that you would deal with them if you're in a relationship with them. This is freaking deranged. I feel like this is derangement. Haven't I been saying mental health help? But these will be the first person talking about somebody else's mental health and then won't even call each other out to say, sis, why are you bringing this to the internet, child? Go seek help. Go get a therapist, a psychologist, a psychiatrist, get some medicine. You all sound insane. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Anyway.
How do you date a Christian man who was free?
And how do you date a Christian man? If you're a Christian man, there you go. And you're a Christian woman, and there you go. What's there to talk about? He Christian, you Christian, everything should be lovely. Why are you not talking to your pastor about this? Why are you coming to these people who are just people with their opinions on the daggone stage? If you Christianing it up, no shade to the Lord. If you Christianing it up, why are you not going to your pastor? Go to Wooden. Child, go talk to Bishop Wooden, see what he got to say. I'm sure he gonna give it to you straight, no chaser as well. Because, child, he ain't got time for these games either.
How do you date a Christian man who was free from homosexuality and addiction?
Child, that's two issues. Not only is it the ABCDism and its addiction, which I'm assuming is either drugs or alcohol. Wow. So you got to contend with both of them? Child, what are y'all? Y'all on this woman's outfit. Even though since y'all mentioned it, it does say a thing or two, child. I don't even think that comes from Sheen, however you say it. But anyway, I digress. So you got it. Why would you want to take all that on? Why would you, skinny boy? Let me find a story on Florida. Keep on. Why would you want to deal with that? Why would you want to take that on? That's two major things. Why would you want to deal with that? That sounds like settling, if you ask me. It sounds like settling. And again, if/when it doesn't work out, let me rephrase. When the shit don't work out, she's gonna be out here on this internet talking about black men ain't shit without explaining the whole damn story. You know what? That's why I like these, because we're kind of getting the information because they're going to get the information out of them. And then we can go ahead and say, see, don't worry, I say it. See, crazy, deranged. So ABCDism and addiction. What if it was also what did Eric Benet had? Eric Benet had a sex addiction, if I'm not mistaken. So what if that's what it is? So what if it's that too? Child, you can't make this shit up. Oh, child, y'all know I can't see. I think it says Mr. Green MG. M Green MG. Thank you, boo. Forgive me. When I get off, I'm gonna make an eye appointment, y'all. Love your commentary, Dr. Messi. Hashtag Generation X. Shout out to Generation X, always first and foremost. Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for your support. Y'all hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new.
We're going to keep it real in here this evening.
Come on, Trail. Keep it real, because I don't like Kitty's advice today.
There's a lot of things that you can grow from. Like once I wasn't disciplined. Now I'm disciplined. But dating men as a man is not something that you grow from. That's who you...
I don't know. Remember the delivered guy? Remember the delivered guy? I forget his name. I was delivered. And every time I see him, which I don't see him no more, it's like, so y'all really believe in this shit? So y'all really believe what this man is trying to throw down? Like these people cannot read the room for shit. We all don't know everything, all right? We all make mistakes, right? We all can't get the gist of everything. But child, you're not going to walk up to me and say, hey, boo, hey. I used to be gay. I'm not anymore. I used to be addicted to insert addiction. Not anymore. I want to take you to the cheesecake. No, I want to take you to Applebee's. Child, you ready to go? Well, child, that's 3 strikes right fucking there. 1, the addiction. 2, the ABCDism. And the worst one of all, you gonna invite me to the fucking Applebee's? Child, please read the room. D1957, thank you, boo. She wants to live in a Tyler Perry movie. You know what? Oh my God. y'all watch, for those that are younger, because I might not be here for it, but y'all know how you're saying like Oprah is responsible for, you know, a lot of the degradation, I guess, of demonization of Black men. 20 some years from now, possibly, maybe 30 years from now. Well, actually, Tyler Perry has been out for at least 10 to 15 years. So maybe in another 10 to 15 years, it'll come out and it'll be like, Tyler Perry was responsible for the degradation and the downfall of Black women. I can hear it now. I can hear it now. And it'll be like, this is what Tyler Perry did to Black women after all these years with all these books and all these plays and all these movies and all these TV shows. It was all this horrible stuff about Black women and they followed along with it. And it's his fault and it's his fault. I can see it coming, y'all. I can see it coming. Girl, I can't stand it. I'd rather go. He would have been better off inviting me to the Waffle House, but I still wouldn't go because I can't get over the ABCDism and the addiction. Why bring on problems and trauma unnecessarily? This is amazing. Being serious right now, why bring on unnecessary trauma and drama in your life? Who needs that, especially at this big old age? Even if she was younger, I still would say the same thing, but she old enough to know better. But clearly that doesn't happen. And then if I say something, I'm like, well, you brought this shit out here. And I've been saying that Black women need to go get some damn mental health help. Nobody want to listen to me, but y'all seem like I was right. And I've been saying this shit for years. That's what your damn reparations needs to be. But I digress. Thank you, Kofa. Again, so many of our women will deal with actual ABCD men. I guarantee you she gave another straight brother. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, God. Good morning, y'all. Good morning.
You are. And I think we have to accept that because, and also, you never want to be the trial period woman.
Yes, you do.
For a man that's trying to grow into something else.
That's great advice. But clearly, she want to be the trial woman. Look at this outfit, y'all. Y'all right. What the hell is this? This looks like something you should put on a baby doll. Anyway, let me focus. Why would you want to take that trauma on? That is straight up trauma. But all these people always talking about, you got to come healed. You got to come healed. You're accepting unhealedness. Child, yeah, I'm making words up. You are accepting unhealedness, and then we'll turn around talking about you got to come healed, and you wasn't healed, and you took me through this. No, you are willing participants. You are willing participants in this foolishness. And okay, maybe she's younger. I put her at early 30s, so she the same age as the people on the damn screen. Girl, go get some damn help. Go get some real help. Because even if you decide that you don't see him, the fact that you considered it, go get some help. And now that I see how old she is, Kofa, I agree. She gonna be coming through and telling y'all what you didn't do, where you needed to improve, what you need to do, and how many times to every Black man that she done seen. So y'all so desperate for men, but you can't stand men. You don't want no damn men, that you're gonna go ahead and take on an ABCD. Y'all so smart. Excuse me, y'all. Y'all so smart. And you're so dummism at the same damn time. I can't. I just don't understand, child. These are the people that don't want nothing to do with y'all, don't care about y'all. Y'all ain't shit. You do everything wrong. You ain't shit. Ain't never gonna be shit. Ain't never been shit. You just shit. And then gonna go and take on an ABCD. Are y'all that desperate? That sounds desperate to me. Desperosity. We're gonna have to take that too. There's a lot of words we're gonna have to take. Thank you, Night Jade. She said too early for this ish. I agree, but I love this. I love this. Girl, I'm gonna have to get through the Stefon Diggs stuff quick so we can come back and do more. I love this, okay? I'm sorry. Wait, how come y'all didn't tell me that I should be covering tonight's conversations?
Yeah. Right, because more times than not, there's gonna be a relapse. And who's gonna have to pay for that relapse? You will.
Kitty.
Now, the man has spoken. The man has spoken. You know I love Kitty, but I'm not agreeing with this advice. I'm sorry.
I can't speak from a carnally minded place. Um,
I can speak from a carnally minded place. Girl, you crazy.
because we're talking about what God can do. And people who are led by the Spirit and people who are truly children of God know that who the Son sets free is free indeed.
Is it? I didn't know that. Is it being televised? Anybody know? I'm gonna have to come back for that. I just heard that the ring wasn't on her finger. Anybody know if it's being televised?
And so I think it is unfortunate for us to say that someone cannot grow from something. You can absolutely be healed from something.
You absolutely can be healed from something. I agree. ABCDism based off of what my ABCD friends say. I'm thinking no.
We have to realize that when a person aligns their soul with God, then their will now changes to what the will of God is.
That is true.
And everyone has a past. Everyone has done something stupid and they have been transformed under Christ Jesus. And so when we're speaking about,
Yes, you can be transformed with the addiction. Absolutely. You can be transformed, I guess, from growing up and coming up off of the streets and being an upstanding citizen. You cannot transform me from being heterosexual to being homosexual. I'm speaking for myself. Praise the Lord. You cannot transform me from that.
this, I'm going to speak from a spiritually led place, okay? When we're speaking about that, people can change.
Yes, people can change.
However, the enemy is going to always try to take someone back to who their former identity.
So in other words, the devil will come back and try to take someone. I'm just translating what I hear. Y'all know I love Kitty. I do. I love the Lord too. Praise the Lord. But nah, sis, this is not it.
Identity is, which means that there may be moments to where they start desiring something in their past.
Oh, so in other words, they want to do the reach back. Okay, that's the devil when the reach back comes.
Again, it doesn't mean that they'll act on it if they're.
Now that means that they won't act on it. They're gonna get them feelings that's gonna rumble in the jungle, and they're gonna feel like they want to get back. She's letting you know. She's just saying it very godly right now. This is my translation.
Soul is aligned with Christ Jesus, but it does mean that there may be a desire. But when they have,
there may be a desire.
The will of the Spirit, they stop themselves from doing what
they have to have a will of the Spirit to stop themselves from going back to the ABCD life.
Desire would actually be and align their heart and take delight in God.
And follow the word of the Lord. That's what they're supposed to do. Okay.
So regardless of what other people are saying.
Then don't listen to Trill. This is my interpretation, child. Don't listen to Trill.
If you know when you speak to God and God confirms to you that this.
See, this is the part, y'all. I'm just thinking that there's a lot of people down here who don't know when they talking to God or when they talking to Beelzebub, okay? Because they be getting it wrong a lot of the time. Don't blame the Lord. Don't blame the Lord. You know, even when you listening to the Lord, you got to use some common sense, okay? Praise the Lord. But y'all not sure. Y'all, I don't know if y'all really be listening to the Lord. I think y'all just be listening to voices in your head. Because you should just go read the Bible. You don't even need to talk to Kitty. Just go read the Bible. Just Google or ChatGPT. Would the Lord be okay? What would the Lord say about me being with an ABCD man? I'm just giving suggestions.
Person is changing. They are not that same person. And you know that you have the willpower to deal with possible desires.
So in other words, the odds are that he might want to go back and do what he used to do. And if you're able to deal with it, girl, know that might come up. Don't blame nobody else if that should happen. Blame that ninja and yourself. Because you're technically being told. Now that I'm listening to her, you know, intently right now. She really telling you. Girl, Molly, you in danger, girl. You in danger, girl.
Every once in a blue moon, because even women.
Every once in a blue moon.
Women who have previously been in gay relationship will tell you that sometimes there's a desire.
Sometimes there's a desire. Let me rewind that, girl. What did you just say? What we talking? Hold on.
It's changing. They are not that same person. And you know that you have the willpower to deal with possible desires. Every once in a blue moon, because.
Every once in a blue moon, yeah.
Even women who have previously been in gay relationship will tell you that sometimes there's a desire.
women have told other women or whoever that even when they wanted to go back for some cat, they have a desire to go back for some cat. So you want to deal with that. Remember that that's what you're potentially possibly dealing with. But if he's not strong enough in the name of Jesus, then you're going to have to deal with it. Lord, help your people. Lord, help your people. You are a willing participant.
But they don't act on it because they love God too much and they fear God too much. So if you...
Well, that's good. Okay. So they don't act on it, even though they have the desires there. They don't act on it because the desire is there, and they don't act on it because they really are aligned with the Lord. That's great. That's awesome. Good for them. The odds are that that's typically on the low scale. That's typically on the low scale.
Believe that to be true and you know the power of God, then do so. Just be prepared that there may be some times where the enemy comes in.
There may be times when the enemy comes in, i.e., he may backslide.
And tries to bring in a desire, tries to pull them back to their old identity. And if you don't have the strength for that, leave it alone. If you do have the strength for that, more power to you.
She basically just said, using the Lord, which is fine because that's her angle, not in a bad way. Is that child? He probably gonna go back and be ready for it if it should happen because you're choosing to go through this. Shout out to Trill and Kitty, and shout out to that woman for bringing us to the Here Internet because I love it. I love it. And I blame Yah for not letting me know sooner. Let me get into this Stefon Diggs. Did y'all tell me if the funeral is televised or not? Because clearly I'm gonna have a long day here with y'all on this internet if it is.
Thanks for the tip.
Excuse me. Thank you, boo. God going to talk to her through her burning God going to talk to her through her burning bush. Let her keep on. Lord, help your people. Lord, help your people in this chat, okay? Oh my goodness. That was one of the low-key ones though, because there are more. We shall get to it at some point. Thank you, boo. Shout out to my fave. He said, these hoes rather the power of rock. Goodbye, sir. It's true though, the power of Rod than God. Child, I don't understand. It is not for me to understand. The funeral for Ashley Robinson, the divester from that died in oh no, I don't think I want to watch this girl. I found another girl to watch. Hold on a second, y'all. I'm gonna watch this lady here. It's called I'm Not a Lawyer, But. That's a great name. Shout out to her here on the tube with 128K. So she has, this lady was on for 2 hours, child. I don't know if I got that kind of time, but you know I'm going to fast forward it. But the chef spoke, okay? So I guess she's the one that brought these assault charges against him. But child, this story is already a mess. So she on the stand. So the first day was Monday, I think, or they did opening testimony, and I guess she started. So this trial is like really just getting started, right? Excuse me. So I'm gonna go to this lady and then let her go through it because she also has timestamps. So if it get boring, I'm moving it forward. But this is what we're gonna watch. I'm gonna put it on fast forward. Y'all make sure you hit the like button for me, subscribe if you are new. So this is the Stefon Diggs house or chef lady that I guess is accusing him of assault.
Please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
May I inquire?
You may.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Will you please state your name and spell your last name for the record?
Jamila, Jamila, Adams, ADAMS.
And do you normally go by Jamila or?
I go by Mila.
Mila, okay. And what do you do for a living?
I am a professional chef. I have been working in the industry for 13 years.
So you're a professional chef. Do you work in kitchens and?
I work privately for athletes, prominent figures, and wealthy families.
So you're a Is there a difference between
She doing the damn thing. This is Mila. This is a Mila.
private chef and personal chef? Are those the same things? Or
It's pretty much the same thing.
and how long did you say you've been a private chef?
13 years.
13 years. And what sort of training did you take to become a chef?
I went to school for clinical psychology, so I have a degree in psychology. But I followed my passion in cooking because I grew up in the South and we cook. So I did some training in France and also Italy.
And kind of very generally, what does a private chef do?
We provide daily meals for our clients. So that would be breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. It's typically a live-in situation. So readily available to them, kind of like 24 hours a day. So I would say it's based on clients' needs. So
And,
each client would, whatever your health goals were or health issues were, I will help you get better.
So you mentioned a little bit about what kind of clientele have you worked for?
Athletes, entertainers,
And without naming names, what kind of athletes or entertainers do you mean?
singers, football players, basketball players, baseball players,
And are these professionals?
very professional.
How much you make in that job?
It ranges, depending on the needs they need from me. If it's a full-time live-in, it can range from anywhere $5,300 a week to $10,000.
Turning your attention
Damn, but these biatches don't want to cook? What?
now to a Mr. Stefon Diggs. Do you know Mr. Stefon Diggs?
Yes,
And how do you know him?
I've known Stefon Diggs for over 4.5 years.
And how'd you meet him?
We met in December 22 through an Instagram message. He first
It goes down in the DMs. Hey, where that song at?
wanted me to cook for him.
And do you see him in the courtroom today?
Yes,
And could you identify him through? I see you're pointing at someone, but could you describe him just because we have to have everything on the record? Describe him either clothing he's wearing or hairstyle, anything like that.
a blue shirt and blue tie and blue suit.
Your Honor, may the record reflect that this witness has identified the defendant as Mr. Stefon Diggs.
It will reflect the identification of the defendant.
Thank you. Over those 4 or so years, how would you characterize your relationship with Mr. Diggs?
I would say it's complicated.
How's complicated if you the chef?
We had it started out as friends. We met. It started out as friends, became sexual, and
Started out as friends, became sexual, then it became professional. Child.
we would meet up, hang out, and we decided I would come work for him like February of 2025.
You said February 2025. You and he talked about you working for him.
Yes.
That's as a private chef.
Yes.
What were the sort of terms of your employment? Like were you going to be living with him?
Yes.
And how many meals or what was it like working for him?
Can you say that again?
Yeah, yes. So as far as your employment goes, what were your duties working as a Mr. Diggs private chef?
My duties were to make all his meals, his snacks, and basically get him healthy. That was the start of our initially hiring me.
Oh, okay. Because the start was in the DMs, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Child, can I come work for you? Allegedly.
He was coming back. It was his comeback year, and I wanted to help him get healthy. To eat better too.
Girl,
So
you
how does it
right?
do you create a menu? Does he just tell you what he wants? Do you,
I'm skilled with recovery, so I knew what it would take to get him, help him get healthy and stay healthy.
Listen, let me just say real quick, because when I went to Fat Camp, as y'all know, earlier in the year, we had a chef, which is the same chef that we use when we're home. If you want her to cook your meals or prepare your meals, I should say, you can do it. And guess what? That shit ain't cheap. This is why I make my own shit. I'm working up to the place where I can, afford, to get her, the chef I'm talking about, to make or to prepare my meals in advance so I don't have to worry about it. That's one less thing I have to worry about. Cooking is a thing, right? I'm not saying it's the hardest thing in the world, but when you're trying to cook healthy, you got to be specific. You got to be paying attention. You can't just willy-nilly do shit. You got to measure shit. So it is definitely a thing and a job, especially when you're trying to be healthy. Now, one would hope that Stefon was already doing healthy shit since he's an athlete. I think he got fired, right? I don't know if he works someplace else now or whatever. But just come in and do your job. Child, he don't know no better. Just listen. This is what's good for you. If this is what you want, I'm not gonna be arguing with you. What, $5,300 to $10,000 a week though? I'm not messing that up. And if I gotta live there, child, I want to live in a mother-in-law suite, so I ain't got to hear you and what you and Cardi B is doing or any of them other baby mamas is doing. I'm gonna be out here. I bring y'all something to eat, and I'm the hell on up out of here. Text me if you need something. $5,300 to $10,000 a week. And people don't want to cook. These biatches don't want to cook. Child, do I have to go take a class so I can figure out how to become a chef, and then I can get 5,300 to 10,000 a week?
Helping change his diet. So it's more so like diet change would be the focus, and just overall help.
Exactly.
Would you cook just for him or for other people as well?
Yes, I would cook for whoever was in the house.
And I know you mentioned earlier breakfast. Is that the sort of standard? Was it every day breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then?
Yes, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks.
And how much did you get paid for this?
We agreed on $2,000 a week.
And how did you get paid?
Finance office would pay me.
So you said that you, while this was staying in his house, right?
Yes.
Where was this house?
7 Schoolmasters Lane.
In what town?
Dedham.
And could you describe this house? What was it? It was a single family home?
What do you mean by that?
What was it? Was it an apartment? Was it?
Oh, it was a single family home's house.
And how many floors was it?
Basement, middle floor, a landing, and then top floor. So 3 floors.
And so where was the kitchen?
The kitchen was downstairs on the floor you come into the house on. So the first floor, I would call it.
And that's where you did your chefing, cooking, baking. I don't know.
Yes, where I did my cooking.
Yes.
Yes.
And where did you
Did he say where you did your chefing? Shout out to him if that's what he said.
stay in that house?
I stayed on the top floor.
And where was it in the house?
It was up the landing all the way to the back, and it was over the kitchen.
And was this a single bedroom that you had? Was it a suite? What was it?
A single bedroom with a full bathroom.
With a full bathroom. Was the bathroom off of the bedroom?
It's the bedroom, and then you walk back into the bathroom.
So
It was in my room.
Okay, so the entrance to the bathroom wasn't in the hallway; it was in the bedroom.
Yes.
Okay. And where was Mr. Diggs? Or where was his bedroom?
Up the first landing.
Okay, so you said that there was the floor you come in on, a landing, and then
Mr. Diggs' room.
Mr. Diggs was on the landing.
Child, I don't care.
His friends.
Did he have other staff that lived there, or was it just?
No, it was just I was just living there. He had friends that basically lived there.
Okay.
Hold up. So she lived in her own room. She had her own room. Fine. She getting $2,000 a week. I don't know if that's enough. Then you got to live there, which obviously I guess you don't have to pay for anything. So that's a positive, right? So then there was other people that lived there, his friends. I'm not going to, y'all, this is just me. This is what I'm hearing. It's just what I'm hearing. Maybe there's other women that come and stay over, but when she says other people that live there, I'm assuming those are men. I'm not living in a house, I don't care what I'm doing, with a bunch of fucking men. I'm not doing it. I'm not. Maybe it's me. I need to have my own house then. I'm not going to be up the landing from y'all. I'm not going to be up the stairs from y'all. I don't care. Be offended. I don't care. I'm not doing it. For $2,000 a week too? No, it needs to be 10,000, and I still want my own mother-in-law suite type of deal. I don't know, y'all. I'm a little, some situations I'm just like, I'm not doing it. It's just not worth it. They get drunk. They get HIGH. They could be, whatever. Sorry you're offended. I'm sticking with my story. I'm not doing it. Late night, they're going to be like, after they then hit the Mary Jane, girl, we need some Fritos. Go to the store. I don't know. But all this living with people, child, I'm just a prude. This sounds crazy. I'm not going to be in no house where there's a bunch of strong ass, at the end of the day, men. Some of them I probably don't know. Not going to be able to do it. You be in the wrong mood, in a bad mood. Nah, I'm good.
And while you were living there, was it a kind of regular schedule or thing? How did that work?
Yes, he gets a different schedule by the week, but it would change by the day sometimes. Sometimes he would have to go in later or earlier. So I would often ask at night what time you have to be at work, so I can have breakfast prepared for him to take to work.
Turning your attention now to November. Around November, did any sort of friction occur between members of his staff?
Yes.
And
His staff. Sorry, y'all. I'm so mature. Go ahead, girl.
what was that?
Friction. Say that again. Friction through his friction.
Was there any sort of maybe I should say this. What if anything happened near the end of November?
Yes. A Instagram DM message was sent to his child's mother's friend, and this message was stating that I was telling his personal business of women that he was sleeping with that worked with us, that worked with me, and yeah.
And so,
as far as I can remember what that message said.
And,
So somebody said that she was running off at the mouth when she had no business running off at the mouth about what? Isn't there an NDA? Child, you then can't not have signed an NDA. Now, if this is actually true, Stefon, you should have got rid of her ass and then sued her upon your NDA, which hopefully he got her to sign one, because Shannon Sharp just, that's okay, you don't have to sign it. Child, these people.
How did this create friction within the people working for Mr. Diggs?
I was confronted by Mr. Diggs if I said these things, but it had already been Mr. Diggs had a ongoing sexual relationship with Lindsay Bolden, and this person, she didn't like.
She out here naming names. Who's Lindsay Bolden? Y'all know? She keeping track of his sexual escapades.
If I said these things, but it had already been Mr. Diggs had a ongoing sexual relationship with Lindsay Bolden, and this person, she didn't like me, that fact that I was in the house.
So you mentioned Lindsay Bolden. Who's that person?
Lindsay Bolden, it works for Mr. Diggs.
And how? What does she do?
I can't quite answer that. I just know he provides housing, pays her rent. I don't know. Yeah, she works for him. I don't know.
And so
Lindsay Bolden lives somewhere. He's taking care of her. Y'all know who Lindsay Bolden is? I don't know who she is. Okay. Is that a real thing? Who is y'all ain't shit.
You and Lindsay get into any sort of argument, or you mean, or?
We got in an argument after Mr. Diggs confronted me. She sent me a message first, per his instruction, and called me a name, excuse my language, you guys, a bitch, and she just went on and on and on in this message about me.
Objection, Your Honor. Maybe we heard it side by side.
Going to go down to a church in Miami. At some point, were members of Mr. Diggs' staff going to go down to a church in Miami?
The whole staff was supposed to go to Miami, yes.
And when you said the whole staff,
I wasn't finished on the last question.
That's fine, but I'm asking questions now.
Okay.
Oh, girl, who in charge around here? I wasn't finished on that last question.
So at some point, members of the staff were supposed to go down to Miami, right?
Yes.
When you said the whole staff, how many people is this?
His assistant, myself, and his friends. It wasn't staff.
And did you end up going down to Miami?
No.
And why is that?
Mr. Diggs told me that I couldn't go because me and her had an issue from November 26th issue.
She was on punishment.
Your Honor, may we be seeing the sidebars?
Yes. All right, jurors, at this point, we are approaching the luncheon recess, so I am going to release you to the lunch break. We will resume in about an hour, just about 5:02. I want to remind you that you are to be discussed while this matter is still pending.
Let me get this screenshot. Hey, Stefon. Child, let me get this screen. I'm sure, oh yeah, that girl did say that Cardi B brought him to international status by dating him. Ain't he lucky to have been with Cardi? Child.
All right, jurors, proceed. I'm going to ask you to do your best as you testify to keep your voice up, please. All right, we need to make sure that the person in the last part of the courtroom can hear you even, all right?
Yes.
Thank you. Commonwealth, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What's that, y'all? She having a rough day. That wig, weave, whatever is not laying properly. Who is this? Is that his mama?
Ms. Adams, can I now turn your attention towards the date of December 2nd?
Yes.
Were you still employed by Mr. Diggs at this time?
Yes.
And where were you on December 2nd?
I was in the house, 7 Schoolmasters Lane.
Gotcha. And that day, what were you doing that day?
I woke up in the morning, prepared breakfast. Mr. Diggs came downstairs. He asked me what was I doing for the week. And I asked him, oh, so you weren't going to tell me that I wasn't able to come to Art Basel? And he explained why. And it was because of the situation with me and the other coworker, Lindsay Bolden.
Hold on a second. Let me slow this down for a second because I don't know what she's talking about. Hold on.
Mr. Diggs came downstairs. he asked me what was I doing for the week. And I asked him, oh, so you weren't going to tell me that I wasn't able to come to Art Basel?
So she gonna question the employer on why he wasn't gonna have her do something. Do you hear this? How you gonna question him? How you gonna question him? Oh, you not gonna let me come to Art Basel? Whatever the hell that is, I don't know what it is, but that's what it sounds like. Oh, you not gonna let me come? What? This is probably another reason why these living-in situations have turned weird. I don't know if this is something that people, well, no, we know like from like the Brady Bunch, Alice stayed in the house, right? She cooked and cleaned and she was the housekeeper. But part of the problem also is that people can get out of pocket, I shall call it. But it doesn't help, Stefon, that you're effing all these people that work for you. So he is the catalyst of this, and he's a dumbass for doing it. I don't care. I said it. I meant it. You're going to bring these women into your place. They're allegedly going to be working for you. They got these positions, and you pay them, and you're effing them as well. And then they're going to talk, and they see, you know, they're all in the same home. You think women ain't paying attention? They always paying attention. Especially if they're in a space of, they want to be number one. I will call it that. They want to be top dog. They want to be the next baby mom, I'm going to say, because I just don't see Stefon Diggs getting married. Not that he couldn't. I just don't see that in his things that he wants to do in life, at least not right now. And then he's going to ask you what you're doing. And then you turn around and question why he didn't invite you or take you to wherever this place is she just said. That's inappropriate for somebody that's paying you to do your job. Do your job. Just do your job. All right, it's me. I know it's me.
And he explained.
And you turned around and you explained it to her. I wish a motherfucker working for me would say, well, why didn't you invite me to Waffle House? Bitch, who you talking to? And then I'd have to pay for it too. Who you talking to? You ain't interested in this job? This what happened. Sex in the City. Yes, I know. I always reference it. When Miranda hired Magda and the baby nurse. And then came home and Steve was there eating a sandwich. She looking at Magda. Biatch, don't be putting my food in his face. He don't live here. And then Steve asked her, how's your nipples? Because she was breastfeeding. And she turned around looking and then had to tell the lady, girl, don't be telling Steve about my nipples. People be getting out of pocket, too out of pocket for me. That's just me.
Why? And it was because of the situation with me and the other coworker, Lindsay Bolin.
We're also, Stefon, not going to have friction with employees. Y'all are employees. And the last thing that I need to be worried about is employees, right? I need to be able to come and go see Cardi B or some other baby moms and come home to peace. I thought y'all wanted peace when y'all came home. This don't seem peaceful that you got to be worrying about biatches in the home, watching what other biatches is doing with your ass in your home. And then you got to go and go out and contend with, who's he working for? The Patriots, if I'm not mistaken. And it's cold up there. That's all I think about is that it's so freezing in New England.
And I was upset with him, not upset at the fact I couldn't go to Art Basel. Me and him have a relationship for over 4.5 years. He could have told me weeks ahead of time because me and his girlfriend, Cardi B, we were talking about having like outfits and stuff. It was like a whole thing being planned.
So you are allegedly effing him. Cardi is effing him. Does Cardi know that you effing him too? Allegedly. Child, what is going on right now? And having friction with the other girl that he's alleged. Shout out to Hugh Hefner. I know I'm white person idolizing. I'm a white supremacist talking white supremacist talking points. Now, if Hef had issues in the house, he certainly kept it under wraps. I know that was a completely different time. The reason why I bring up Hugh Hefner is because he always had Playboy bunnies and blonde women for the most part. It was other women, white blonde women for the most part with him at all times. I'm having a feeling that maybe something did happen, that he had them all in line. The color community can't get it together, child. Can't get it together.
And he just waited till the last day. So I was more upset with him not letting me know I wasn't gonna come like at an earlier time.
I'm more upset as the employee that the employer didn't let me know at amount of time when I live with him and he pays me $2,000 a week and takes me wherever he wants to take me so I can chef it up. But this time I'm mad at him because he didn't let me know. And I'm having a problem with the woman that he was out here having sex with. And he didn't ruin my plans for me and Cardi B and whoever else to have our matching outfits. Child, please miss me with this. It's everybody else's fault. These people sign up for this shit. They sign up for this, even in this alleged professional setting. Messing up your own bags over Nike slides and dirty socks. And I'm not saying that about, I'm not coming at Stefon Diggs. I'm not coming at him. But at the end of the day, you live in that house, you know what it is, you know what you see, you know how it goes, and you're going to question the employer? So you're going to mess up your bag? Ciao.
And at some point during this day, were you alone in your bedroom?
Yes.
And do you know around when this was?
It was in the, like around 3 afternoon, 3-ish up.
When you're in your bedroom by yourself, what, if anything, were you doing?
I was sitting on the bed, laying across the bed, my laptop.
Damn, we got to get into that detail. Sitting up in my room. That's what she was doing. It sounds crazy.
Reading a cookbook, actually.
And were you communicating with any people at this point?
I received a text from Anna, was one of his friends.
Did you receive any text or send any text to Mr. Diggs?
No, the morning text. That was in the morning. We had went back and forth in the morning.
You had some previous texts in the morning?
Yes.
Let's go. You're in the bedroom. What happens next?
I was in the bedroom. Mr. Diggs came into my room. I was laying across the bed. He came into my room.
When you were in the bedroom, was the door closed?
Yes, the door was closed.
So when he came in, did he open the door?
Yes, he opened the door.
Did he leave it open after him?
No, he closed the door behind him.
And you said you were on the bed?
Yes, I was laying across the bed.
About how far away were you from the door?
About 4 or 5 feet, something like that.
So he comes in, closes the door behind him. What happens next?
He asked me to come here. He walked across the room and like leaned back on the dresser.
Okay, and just to give a kind of a sense, where's the dresser in the room in relation to like the door and?
Across the room, alongside the bathroom door.
Okay, so about how far away from the front door is the dresser?
I don't know, 8 feet. I don't know them. A nice amount of feet.
Okay, so some amount of distance from it. You said he leans against the dresser?
Yes.
Are you still on the bed at this point?
I'm still on the bed at this point.
What happens?
He comes in, he looks very angry. He was upset from the text exchange we were having. And in that text exchange, he was calling me bitches and he was just very upset.
But what happened in that room?
He came in and he with intent to hurt me.
No. Not his intent or anything. What actually happened?
He
came in. She said that real clear and quick. He came in with the intent to hurt me. I thought he was leaning on the dresser.
He was leaning against the dresser. He asked me to get up to come here. I got up off the bed and I came across to him and I stood in front of him, like I stood on the side of him because he was leaning back. I stood on the side of him and he was like, "What was all that shit you was talking?"
And then what happened?
And I was beginning to say, "You said," and I couldn't finish my statement and he smacked me.
So when you say he smacked
he
you,
smacked me with an open hand.
Do you know which hand he used?
Right hand, right side of my face.
You know which part of your face got hit?
The right side of my face.
And I know you're putting your hand against your cheek. Is it your cheek that got
struck? It was
struck?
my cheek that got hit.
About how far away from you were you from him when that happened?
I was at the end of the dresser.
And where was he?
He was on the, like in front of me on the other side of the dresser.
So about how much space was in between you?
Maybe 3 feet, 4 feet.
So you said that he smacked you. I want to use the word. Did you say smack or slap? I don't know what the word was.
Smack.
So he smacked you,
yeah,
and then what happened?
I went to try to like block him, like push him like this, to like stop.
So again, I see you're pushing your hands out.
I pushed up. He's way taller than me. I pushed up for him.
How tall are you?
4'11", 5 feet.
And how tall, say, do you know?
6 feet, 6'1".
So you said you pushed out and you made a motion with your hands. So does that mean you pushed with your hands?
Yes.
Around what, like his stomach, his chest, his shoulders?
Up to block his hands.
Okay. And then what happened?
And then he... Can I have a second? Can I have a second?
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can take a minute.
Right. When I went up to push his, like block him, block him, he took his arm and he like came around my neck with the crook of his elbow around my neck, and he began to choke me, pressure on my neck with his elbow.
So you said you pushed against him and then he put his arm around your neck?
Yes.
Do you know, were you facing away from him?
I was facing him.
You were facing him, he put his arm around your neck?
Yes, he like spun me around.
He spun you around?
Like I will have to show you more so than I can describe it.
Describe it as best you can.
I was standing in front of him. When he slapped me, I went to like try to hit him back like this. And then it was like he tackled me, like got me to try to keep from pushing him or protecting myself. And he put his arm around my neck like this, and he was choking me.
So you ended up in a position where his like forearm or bicep was around your neck?
Yes.
And you said he choked you. What exactly, did he put pressure on your neck?
Yes, he put pressure on me.
And were you able to breathe?
At first, and it kept getting tighter and tighter.
So were you able to breathe?
No.
About how long were you in this position?
I would say roughly I can't recall the amount of time. I just know it went from the edge where we were in front of the dresser to the side of the bed to him falling on top of me on the bed.
So about how far of a distance is that?
About maybe 4 or 5 feet, something like that, 5, 6 feet.
At some point, did he let you go?
Yeah, he let me go. When we got to the side of the bed, I was pushing back. I started to do a move that I saw off of social media. He said to me, that shit is not going to work.
So when you say you saw him, you tried to do
There was a defensive move where you try to put your hands underneath the person that's trying to choke you. It's like something I saw on a women defensive page or something. And he said that shit you see on Instagram is not going to work. And that's when he got tighter. Like the more I was trying to put his hand, he got tighter.
And then what happened?
And then I was pushing back. And then he like fell down on top of me on the bed because I was on the side of the bed. And it was like, he was like letting me, like, I guess he was about to let me go. But as he was getting up, he like pulled my hair. And he was like, yeah, I thought so.
And then what happened?
Thank you, 550 beans. Appreciate you, boo.
He got up off the bed behind me, and he walked around the bed. I told him I still haven't got paid. He said lies. And he was like, so what do you do?
So after the choking out, you gonna antagonize even more and say, I still ain't got paid. Listen, I'm just listening. I would be running out. That's just me. Ain't nothing to talk about because I find a lawyer. Gloria Alderman or whatever her name is, Altman, is always ready and willing.
So what are you doing for the week? And I was like, I'm staying here. He said, I don't want anyone in my house.
Wait, hold on. Back it on up. Hold on.
Out of the bed. And it was like, he was like letting me, like, I guess he was about to let me go. But as he was getting up, he like pulled my hair. And he was like, yeah, I thought so.
And then what happened?
He got up off the bed behind me, and he walked around the bed. I told him I still haven't got paid. He said lies. And he was like, so what are you doing? So what are you doing for the week? And I was like, I'm staying.
Shout goodbye. There is too much evidence, especially that we are uncovering. Shout out to us. Now listen, I wasn't there, and I don't know. But like I said, y'all want to keep putting this shit out here, we will definitely take a look. So if you're assaulting me and you're doing stuff to intimidate me and scare me, and you did get paid. Don't be talking shit in the DMs or the text messages or whatever it was, right? So after I done slapped you, pulled your hair, tossed you to the side, we tussled and fought, pinned you down, put my what is it, the elbow of your arm around my neck. We just gonna go to, child, what you doing for the rest of the week? That's what we doing. That's what we doing. I'm not saying nothing, but I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say allegedly, but not really allegedly, but allegedly, because I don't know. Sounds like a little role play and foreplay to me. Now, I'm not saying I ain't never did something like that, because child, I would never, but I'm just saying some things sound like it's a lead up to for some adults. Okay? Not me, but I heard. I'm just saying. All right? But, when some people feel in some kind of way because they know that this one is effing them and that one is effing them, and now it's Cardi B and we can't go get some matching shirts together, sometimes that changes things for people. Okay, I'm just saying, allegedly, but not allegedly, but allegedly. Okay. Interesting exchange there. Shout out to Mike Love, Judge Love to y'all. Thank you, boo. He said, this is what happens when you forget the safe word. It's not funny. We need to be serious. We need to be serious. This is a serious situation we have going on right here, right now. Okay. Now, we're all different. Okay. We are not a monolith. Shout out to RBN. Okay. Some people don't have a problem with living with a bunch of men who are a bunch of athletes. Me, not going to be able to do it. Some people don't have a problem with effing their employer, knowing that they effing this one, that one, and the third. Not me, but to each his own. Some people don't have a problem with allegedly said employer comes in, chokes you out, slaps you up, tosses you on the bed, and then says, "Child, what's for dinner?" But what I will say after things like that and hearing things like that, just like we just heard the woman from tonight's conversation say that she wants to go and deal with an ABCDer who says he's no longer ABCD and has addiction. Sometimes people like drama and trauma, and they welcome it, and they are wanting to deal with it because, in my opinion, allegedly, but in my opinion, so it's my opinion, is that women sign up for this shit. Like Kofa said a little while ago, interesting how abusers always have someone to abuse. People don't read the signs. People don't give a damn, or whatever their alleged in their mind outcome is more important than what the hell it is that you got to go through in order to get there. Now, again, that sounds like willing participation, whatever you want. Okay. Shout out to Tony. But when you then turn around and cry foul, and then you start getting the details, this is what I'm saying. This is what I think. First of all, you shouldn't be effing around with your employer, and your employer shouldn't be effing around with you. That is Stefon's big mistake. Stefon's second big mistake is to have a bunch of people he's effing all in the same place and living together and working together. Sometimes people need to use some discernment around here. Thank you, 550, for the sparkles. I appreciate you, boo. Sometimes we got to use our brains, this thing between our ears, and think a little bit more and logically. A lot of that is missing. Does anyone deserve to be harmed? Absolutely not. But I'm listening to what was just said, and allegedly, not for me though, but for some people, that could be considered some foreplay. Allegedly. She said it's not, then it's not. But what we're not going to do, let me rephrase. What I'm not going to do is you're going to sit up here and attack me, assault me, and then tell me what's for dinner, basically. I'll be like, nigga, what in the fuck on up out of there? But that's just me.
Here, he said, I don't want anyone in my house. I don't want anyone here. I was like, okay, so who's going to get my ticket? He said, who always gets your ticket? And that's...
Thank you, Brandon. Appreciate you.
So from the moment he entered the room to the moment he left, about how much time went by?
My last text to Anna was probably like 3:30 something. I text Sonny at 4:11, so it was between that time because I didn't have plans. I didn't have money to go anywhere to travel, I know.
I know, but just the question was about how long time.
It was just in between that time. I can't say exact, but I know it's before 4:11.
Right. So is that 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 5 minutes?
He was in the room probably maybe 10 minutes, 15. I don't know. I'm sure. I remember.
When he left the room, what happened next?
I looked down at my pants. I had peed my pants, and I had just came off my cycle, and I was bleeding really bad again.
Child, let's hear this again.
10 minutes, 15. I don't know. I'm sure. I remember.
When he left the room, what happened next?
Goodbye, skinny boy. I'm not even bringing that comment up. You ain't shit. Y'all, everybody in the chat, everybody is on time out, okay? Y'all are wilding today. I love it, but y'all are wilding today. Let's use our alleged leaves, please, please, please. Shout out to everyone that is here. 325 between both live streams. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new.
I looked down at my pants. I had peed my pants, and I had just came off my cycle, and I was bleeding really bad again.
If you came off of your cycle, why are you bleeding? Where are we bleeding at? What are we doing? What are we talking about?
I guess because I was so scared. I changed my pants and I cleaned up myself, and I came back in the room, and that's when I texted Sonny to get my flight.
And where was that flight to?
Atlanta.
She catching a flight to the ATL. What's going on? Is that where she from? Shout out to the ATL.
She was fucking his best friend. So, you know, I mean, everybody's fucking down here in Atlanta. I don't know what to tell you. They breeding like rabbits down here. Everybody getting ass.
Y'all, I'm seeing these comments. Y'all ain't shit. I'm not bringing them up. Y'all ain't shit, okay? Now, listen, I'm not saying I'm disagreeing, but y'all ain't shit. We ain't shit together around here.
At some point, did you exit your... when you said you went to your bathroom, was that the bathroom that's connected to the bedroom, right?
Yes.
At some point, did you leave out your bedroom again?
I didn't leave out my bedroom till later in the afternoon.
But so at some point later on, you did. Do you know about how long you stayed there?
In my bedroom? A while, because I was trying to figure out what I was going to do.
So at some point, though, that later on that day, you exited out of the bedroom?
Yes.
And what did you do next?
When I exited out of the bedroom? Yeah. While I was in my bedroom, I was packing my clothes to leave. Okay. I called another coworker, I would call her, and I just asked her, like, you know, what she was doing. And she was like, I told her I wasn't able to go to Art Basel, and that I was going home, and she was like, oh, you should come here. And I was like, yeah, you know what, I'll come there.
When she said here, what does that mean?
New York City. So I then proceeded to change my flight to go to New York.
Okay. And when was that flight going to be?
I just know I landed at 10:49. It was a later flight in the afternoon.
It's that day?
It's that day, yes.
Did you see Mr. Diggs anytime after that happened that day?
Yes.
And what was that like?
He was getting a massage, and I was leaving out. By the time I saw him, I was handing over birthday gifts that I had got.
So when you said you're handing out birthday gifts, who were you handing out birthday gifts?
To him.
This is a gift that you had already purchased, or?
Yes, I normally give him a birthday gift every year.
Good fucking bye. Are you serious right now, y'all? Not y'all, you know what I'm saying. So the man assaults you, you pee yourself, you bleed yourself, you skirt, you going to New York as opposed to the ATL. You got to get on up out of there.
Thanks for the tip.
And because it's Stefon's birthday, you got to make sure you give him his gift before you leave after a... Do these people be thinking these things through before they start yapping, child? I'm just different, child. Don't go by me. I'm just different. Because nigga, that shit's getting returned. And that's the last thing I'm going to be thinking about if you just assaulted my ass. One is any gift. Two is definitely not giving it to you since you are my alleged assaulter. But you want to make sure while he's sitting there getting a massage by probably, listen, another woman is probably massaging him, because I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Stefon don't want a man to massage him. Allegedly. I could be wrong. But the odds are it wasn't a man massaging him. So the odds are allegedly he probably effing her too. How old is Stefon Diggs, y'all? I don't feel like looking it up. But what I'm not going to do is be assaulted by your ass. Y'all know. I've been assaulted once in school by someone that I wasn't even in a relationship with. Never talk to that nigga again. Y'all out here giving a birthday gifts and staying and coming back and dancing with y'all. I don't understand. 32. All right. Child. I don't know. I'm just speechless right now.
He was getting a massage and I was leaving out. By the time I saw him, I was handing over birthday gifts that I had got.
So when you said you're handing out birthday gifts, who were you handing out birthday
To
gifts?
him.
This is a gift that you had already purchased, or?
Yes, I normally give him a
Child, I normally give him birthday gifts, so I got to make sure that I had to go and give up the birthday gifts to my assaulter before I left his house. Anyway, Nicole, I think Stefon is 32. I think they're saying that Stefon is 32. Shout out to Skinny Boy for being a member for 10 months. Shout out to you, boo. I see you. I appreciate you. He says she allegedly cooked him some artichokes. Goodbye, Skinny Boy. Some artichoke after he practiced the art of choke on her. And she didn't call the police after. Ridiculous damn list. Let's not forget that part, y'all. I ain't even make it there yet. So you ain't called the police or go to the police. You go to New York. You know, women don't want to call the police on their attacker. Fine. Make excuses all you want to. Not y'all, but you know the hating hoes will always make excuses. Let me see if I can find this while she's going on the blogs to see what they got to say.
birthday gift every year.
When's his birthday?
November 28th.
Okay, so this was a little bit.
So you know when his birthday is. It's November the 28th. Y'all, you know how cool me and Trent are. I don't remember when that nigga's birthday is. You gonna know your employer's birthday like that, y'all? I know it's sometime in September. I don't know the damn date. This woman know the exact damn date. Girl.
But afterwards?
Yeah.
So at some point, did you leave this house?
Yes.
How did you leave to get to the airport?
A car, a Uber.
And so an Uber came and picked you up and brought you to the airport?
Yes.
You went to New York. Was it New York City or New York State?
New York City.
Also New York City. Yeah. And who did you meet up in New York City?
I met up with Shy Charles, and she picked me up from the airport, and we went to pick up her friend Talia, and then we went to her ex-husband's house to pick up something or to do something she had to do. We were there. We ordered wings and watched a movie, watched some videos.
And did you tell anyone here about what had happened to you?
No, I didn't tell anyone there because they have their own interpersonal sexual relationship. So I wouldn't have never told her anything like that.
What? So you went to somebody that has a sexual relationship already with Stefon? I'm assuming that's what she means. Child, who said sister wives? This is a sign up, allegedly. This is a sign up. So you went to go to someone that Stefon is allegedly already having relations with. Let me say it right. Relations with. And so you didn't want to tell her what happened. You didn't want to tell the police. And you gave him his birthday gift. Ciao.
Videos.
And did you tell anyone here about what had happened to you?
No, I didn't tell anyone there because they have their own interpersonal sexual relationship. So I wouldn't have never told her anything like that.
How long did you stay in New York?
I stayed in New York Tuesday to Tuesday, so 7 days the week.
And did you come back to the Massachusetts?
Yes.
And did you come back to working for Mr. Diggs?
Yes.
Goodbye. I forgot it was Massachusetts. I don't know why I was thinking this was in California, but the Patriots are in Mass, so Boston. So, okay, my bad. That's on me. So you went to the NY and then to hang out with a girl that's effing him too, allegedly. And then after all the assault, you went back to Stefon's place. You don't know. It's not her fault. Her frontal lobe. Women don't. It takes a while. Oh my God. How could you? These black men, all they do is do all these things to black women. Black women are the most unprotected. What? Black women sign up for this shit. You sign up for this shit. Whenever do you hold responsibility for your decisions? This is a whole ass grown ass woman on the screen right here, chat. She looked like she might be older than him. When are you responsible for what you do? Like signing up to have a relationship with a person that was previously ABCD and addicted. I guess that's their fault too. It's always somebody else's fault. Fuck that shit. We're not playing these games. You like it, we love it. You like it, we love it. Y'all sign up for this foolishness because of whatever the reason is. It's either you need and want a man so bad, even though you be talking about you don't settle. If this ain't settling, then I don't know what is. If this is not settling, then I don't know what is. Y'all made all them excuses for Cassie. She chose to be there. These people choose this shit and then turn around to try to act like it's a black man's fault that a black man didn't do A, B, C, or D. Nobody should be putting their hands on anybody. Nobody should be taking nobody on up out of here. But GD, if the person is doing something to you and you go back, whose fucking fault is that? This is the same thing as not disciplining criminals in these damn gremlins. If you are not going to tell them and show them and discipline them and take some action against them, then they will continue to do whatever. That means that you are allowing it. You are participating in that bullshit. You are a participant. You are not a victim. You like it. We love it. Because people do like, I don't know if it's a name for it. Y'all tell me. They do like, I don't want to say it's assault, but you like it rough. Let's call it that. Some people like it rough, right? And that's fine. That's your thing. That's your choice. This you over here, and this one is effing him, and this one is effing him, and that one is effing him, and you're willing participants. You are willing. If Stefon know what he's doing, okay? If he don't have NDAs though, he a fool. If he did all this and made it be, because they clearly knew, listening to her, they all knew who was effing him and when, how, what their day was, they turn or whatever. And y'all stayed and did it because one, I guess maybe because of Stefon, two, because of the money, three, because of the lifestyle, four, because of who it is that you get to be in your vicinity by way of him, whatever the reasons are. Y'all sign up for this. You participate in this shit. Please stop with the somebody's doing something to me and black men do this to me. You do it to your damn selves enough of the damn time. And in this fucking case, listening to her, so she went back. Stockholm Syndrome, kiss my black ass. This ain't no damn Stockholm Syndrome. Are you saving your money? She probably doesn't have any money. So y'all the most educated and you got all this money and you help all these men with their businesses and you're giving up all these people, but you can't even get yourself out of some shit because you want to be there. Now listen, $2,000 a week sounds like good money, but child, I don't think it's enough, but that's just me. Then you want to go stay in a place where there's a bunch of men, child. I'm not doing it. Common sense ain't so common, but to each they fucking own. You are an adult. You're making these decisions and you're deciding to go back and you're deciding to give him his birthday present right after he allegedly assaulted you, after the peeing, the bleeding, the trauma, the choking. Here's your birthday gift. Here's your birthday gift. Boo, I'm out. See you when I see you. I'll be back. I'll be back. You be back because you like it and you know that's what it is. Period. Thank you, Boo. Shout out to Elizabeth. Good morning, Boo. She said, good morning, sunshine, into the chat. Thanks for all the well wishes. Flying high now, recovering and on that good stuff. Nice, but can't sleep. So what better place to catch a live? Glad all is well. Appreciate the update. Thank you for your support. Everybody make sure that we pray for our girl, Elizabeth. I'm glad everything is going well. Keep us posted, Boo. Appreciate you. Shout out to everyone that is here. 374 amongst all the live streams. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new.
At some point, and I know this was a little bit before, maybe a little bit afterwards, but at some point were you talking to Mr. Diggs about money you felt he owed you?
It was past wages.
Okay.
Yes.
When did you first start? When did you first bring that up with him?
During the week of Art Basel. I want to say like maybe the 5th or 6th.
Of December?
Yes.
Okay. And so you felt that he owed you some money from wages that weren't paid. Is that what you're saying?
I wasn't paid for the time of the month. Like I hadn't been paid for the weeks that I put in at that time.
Okay. And who did you talk to Mr. Diggs directly, or did you talk to his finance people? Who did you talk to about this?
It was a chain of command. Like I would talk to his assistant, but his assistant was under investigation for stealing watches and money. So I
Girl, what? Now you out here spreading gossip. That wasn't the question.
don't know if my things.
That portion of the answer will be stricken from the record, and the
Yeah, girl.
disregarded. Will give it no consideration during your deliberations. Please answer
Because we don't care about none of that anyway.
the question asked. Commonwealth, next question.
Thank you, Your Honor. At some point, did someone from Mr. Diggs bring up the non-disclosure agreement?
Yes, Mr. Diggs likes to abuse people and try to hide his abuse.
That objection is sustained. That portion of the witness's answer will be stricken, and the jurors will disregard it during your deliberations. You are to give it no consideration and do not even raise it. Next question.
This judge ain't playing. Girl, I done already forgot because it's so irrelevant. All I see from it is the fact that why you want to bring up something else?
At some point, were you given some information about a non-disclosure agreement by someone who worked for Mr. Diggs?
Yes,
And when was this?
a couple days after the assault.
Oh, Stefon. Steffi, Fawny, Diggy. Child, come the hell on. This nigga. Color community, can we get it together, please? Can y'all start getting J lawyers? Because clearly that's what y'all need. Can y'all start getting some J lawyers? Because why would you, of all people, and yeah, I'm about to eat me a protein bar. Pause. Why would you not have NDAs already in place for all these heifers that's living with you and you effing them all allegedly? Come on now. Come on now. Y'all better get some J lawyers because they the ones that's gonna help you. This is crazy. That's his effing fault. That's all on him. He's a fool for this. He's a fool for this. That's why she really out here talking about somebody who was stealing watches. Girl, first of all, we don't care. Let's not deflect. We try and hear about your ass because you wanted to bring this to the daggone attention of everybody. Let's talk about it. Goodbye, skinny boy. Y'all ain't shit. This is crazy, y'all. Athletes, Stefon, if y'all don't get a J lawyer and stop this foolishness, just stop it.
At some point, did you stop working for Mr. Diggs?
She still work for him now.
At what?
At some point, did you stop working for Mr. Diggs?
Girl, was that a hard question? Hold on, I might have to clip this. Hold on, was that a hard question?
At some point, did you stop working for Mr. Diggs?
At what?
At some point, did you stop working for Mr. Diggs?
I didn't stop working for Mr. Diggs
Clip that.
until my last day in the house. I would say was the 16th. So yeah, at some point.
So December 16th, okay. At some point, did you report any of this to the Dedham police?
Yes,
And when was that?
the Tuesday.
Do you know the actual day or just that it was a Tuesday?
I left on the 15th. I left his house on the 15th. I reported on the 16th.
Okay, so... And so you...
I thought she went to New York. Hold on.
Yes,
And when was that?
the Tuesday.
Do you know the actual day or just that it was a Tuesday?
I left on the 15th. I left his house on the 15th. I reported on the 16th.
Okay, so... And so did you call the police? Did you go there in person? How did that happen?
I went there in person.
And what happened?
I was begging for my pay with Mr. Diggs, begging for days,
Objection, Your Honor.
and he refused to pay me.
Objection is sustained. That portion of the response will be stricken, and the jurors are not to consider it in your deliberations.
You better listen to the damn judge.
Answer the question asked. Please phrase the question again.
At some point, you arrived to the Dedham police station.
Yes,
Did you speak to an officer?
yes, I did.
And did you tell the officer about what happened on December 2nd?
I was very hesitant at first because of his fame.
December the 2nd, but she went on December the 16th, so it must have been after New York. So it sounds like the alleged assault happened on December the 2nd. She came back on the 15th and went to see them on the 16th or something. That's what I'm sounding like. So there is some lag because I'm like, well, girl, didn't you go to New York? All right.
Did you speak to an officer?
Yes, I did.
And did you tell the officer about what happened on December 2nd?
I was very hesitant at first because of his fame and power. So yes, but I
Objection,
did.
Your Honor, move to strike.
The objection is sustained. That comment by the witness will be stricken from the record, and the jurors are to disregard it and not consider it in your deliberations.
At some point, did you tell the officer about what happened on December 2nd?
Yes, I did.
And did at any point you provide to the Dedham police text messages?
Yes. Yes.
Do you recognize what that is?
Yes.
What is that?
It's the text message exchange between me and Mr. Diggs.
And is this the text message exchange that you provided to the Dedham police?
Yes. I deleted messages.
Girl.
Because making a report to the police in my previous abusive relationship, me.
Okay, ma'am, stop.
I'm telling you what.
Stop.
You heard what that judge said. So she deleted. Goodbye. So you reported your alleged assault. You deleted some of the text messages. You took a 2-weeker, it sounds like, to go to NY. Didn't tell the lady because she had her own actual relationship with Stefon. You still didn't get paid, but you still going back. You ain't listening to the judge. I'm thinking you a bit defiant, man. A bit defiant. You are in court. Don't they always tell you just answer the question asked of you? Answer the question asked of you and nothing more. Isn't that like Lawyer in 101? Shout out to me, a lawyer here on YouTube only. Okay. I am not the Cheyenne Bryant kind. I'm just a doctor on YouTube and a lawyer and a life coach and a racist. Child, I'm so many things up here on this YouTube. Anthony, thank you, boo. He said no discipline within himself. Sad. I agree. No excuse. He's 30 some odd years old. No excuse. And I would hope that and not their responsibility necessarily. I hope that the NFL people, like we saw Prime do, teach y'all about women and stuff like that. But it's just messy to begin with him with all these women all being around each other. Child. Who do you think he is, Neo?
That part of the answer is stricken from the record, and the jurors will disregard it. Now, please answer the question that is put to you.
Okay.
And if you don't understand it, you can have it restated for you. Counsel at sidebar, please.
They say they tired of this shit.
Right ahead. Thank you.
Turning your attention to what is marked as Exhibit 2. Do you recognize what this is? You can look through it. There's one page.
I recognize it, but the messages is cut off.
There's I believe 3 pages to this. If you want to throw 4 pages, rather, if you want to flip through.
Yes.
Do you recognize this? What these is?
Yes.
What is this?
This was in a text exchange.
Between whom?
Between me and Mr. Diggs.
And when was this text exchange from?
The morning into the noon, 12-2.
Of December 2nd?
Yes.
Is there a difference between the text messages that you provided to the Dedham police and the text messages that are here?
Yes.
And what is that difference?
I deleted bet and pussy, and I'm ruining that bitch life. Not mistaken. Yeah.
And why did you delete those phrases?
So if he put that in there, you're protecting him? Are you protecting him?
This is when you provided those text messages to the Dedham police.
Because
Thanks for the tip.
when I was abusing my previous relationship, when I would say things,
The objection is sustained.
he would.
The objection is sustained. There's no question there. Again, the jurors will disregard it. Sidebar.
Shout out to Dane C. Appreciate you, hon. He said, Mrs. Hyena Slayer, salute. She's not doing well, to say the least. Popcorn feeling. What in the world?
So the question was, why did you delete text messages when you provided them to the Dedham police?
The fear of how I'll be perceived.
Your Honor, may I approach also?
Yes.
Approaching now with may direct attention to what is. And when you kind of have looked at it a little bit, you can look back up at me.
I'm reading all of them or just that first page?
Have you read a few of those? Well, let me say, from what you've seen, do you recognize what these seem to be?
Yes.
What are these?
Text messages about the...
Do you know who the text messages are between?
Yes, between me and Mr. Diggs.
And do you know when these text...
Wait. This is the damn prosecution, right? Ain't this the prosecution? She sounds a mess with the prosecution. Okay.
Text messages are from?
12/2. Yeah, 12/2.
So were those text messages that were going on between you that morning of that day?
Yes.
And if I can ask you to maybe go to the third last page on this
In this whole thing?
Of this section.
No, this is the prosecution because that's who's standing there, and nobody was asking questions on Stefon's side. So I think this is the prosecution. This is horrible. This is horrible.
May I approach you?
Yes.
Yes.
So on the top page, there's a text that says pussy, right?
Yes.
Who sent it?
I did.
And how did Mr. Diggs respond?
Show me I'm pussy.
And how did you respond?
Will do.
Oh, so she said, Stefon, you OPP female. He said, show me I'm OPP female. And she said, will do. Little aggressive sounding child to me. Now, listen, it's text messages and others will say something different. But when you try to position yourself to be badass against a man and then turn around and call foul, again, I don't think anybody should be putting their hands on nobody, taking anybody on a body here. But this is what biatches do. They sit there and try to act like they just as tough because they believe in this feminism shit, talking about I'm just as good to a man, or I'm sorry, just as good as a man, I'm equal to a man, I can do anything that men can do. But child, when it comes to strength, we are not the same. Y'all keep playing these stupid ass games. You're gonna call that man PUSSY, and he said prove it, and you said bet. Don't cry now. Don't cry for me, Argentina, child. Don't cry for me, Argentina. These are your words. This is you talking. This is and again, I'm pretty, who can confirm, but this looked like it's this is the prosecution, and this stuff sucks. Wait till damn Stefon's team gets up there. Hopefully he got a J lawyer, child. I'm just saying.
And were those the last text messages sent before Mr. Diggs hit you?
And I'm sorry. And then this is how you talking to your employer? Can any of y'all talk to y'all's employer like that unless you related to him, Bueller? Now listen, I push the envelope. I do push the envelope with my my boss, but I ain't gonna call him PUSSY, child, because I'm trying to work. I need the money. Okay. Thank you, my fave. He said Anton said she was busting it open for a real one. Shout out to Anton. Woo! Woo! Child, this is crazy.
Woo! Woo! Shit!
Exactly. You can still call her that, skinny boy. You can still say that to her.
Yes, if I'm not mistaken.
Your Honor, may I approach once more?
Yes.
Bring your attention now to those marks. Exhibit 4. Could you look through a few of these? And do you recognize what these are?
Yes.
And what are these?
These are messages that I sent him asking to be paid.
And do you know when around these were from?
It was a couple of days after. They were in Art Basel. 12/5 it says. Yeah, I know. I was begging for my money for a while.
When he was in the room, when he slapped you, when he put you in a headlock, was there anyone else in the room but you two?
Just us two.
And were there other people in the house?
Yes.
Do you know where they were in the house?
Downstairs. I'm not mistaken.
And you said you went to New York and you met with a Shy. Is it Shy?
Yeah.
How did you know Shy Charles?
She works for him.
Okay, so
she braids his hair.
And so, has she known you longer or him longer?
Him longer.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Ms. Adams, today is not the first day you've told the story of what you say happened on December 2nd. True?
True.
This tone seems very different already.
First time you told the story was on December 16th, right?
Yes.
And that was to Officer Ellis of the Dedham Police Department,
yes.
right? And you sat with Officer Ellis, right?
Yes.
And you told him your story.
Yes.
And he took notes of what you were saying.
Yes.
Because what you were saying was important to issuing a criminal complaint, right?
Objection.
Overruled.
I don't know what a criminal complaint is. I was making a report.
I don't know what a criminal complaint is. Okay.
I don't know.
You were making a report to the police.
Yes.
About what you said was a violent assault, correct?
Yes.
And your purpose in making a report to the police about a violent assault was to start a criminal case.
No. I made a criminal report to have a report to document it.
So documentation was important to you, right?
Yes.
The story that you just told to this jury under oath was very different from what you told to Officer Ellis. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
What?
What you said to Officer Ellis when you reported this crime, this so-called crime, is that you had been having an ongoing text exchange over money owed to you.
Yes.
You told the police officer who filed the criminal complaint in this case, based on your word, that your fight with Mr. Diggs on December 2nd was over money. True?
Yes.
Except you just testified under oath to this jury that you didn't start talking about money until December 5th, right?
What did you say?
You just testified under oath to this jury.
I have been begging for my money since December the 5th. Mr. Diggs, and throughout those messages, you can see that I was begging for my money since that day.
Can I interject real quick, right? She's gonna go to the police on December the 15th or 16th, whatever the day was. Why wouldn't you go to the court when you weren't getting paid? Why is it that y'all don't know that if you're not getting paid properly and you have a contract, that you just go to the to a lawyer or go down to the court and file paperwork? How come that never happens? How come that never happens? I'm confused. Is it just me?
Which message? Are you talking about Exhibit 3 that you just looked at?
It's other messages that you guys should have me begging for my money from Mr. Diggs.
Ms. Adams,
Yes.
do you recall testifying under oath to this jury that your fight on December 2nd was about Lindsay, your anger at Lindsay, and you being told you couldn't go on the Miami trip?
My anger was at Stefon. I never said my anger was at Lindsay.
You were angry at Stefon on December 2nd
Yes.
because you were told you couldn't go on
I was
Miami.
angry at Stefon because we were friends. He told me at the last minute I could not go to Art Basel.
And yet when you walked into the police station on December 16th, you said you had been having an ongoing text exchange over money owed to you.
Yes. Money owed to me after I asked Mr. Diggs on December the 2nd, when can I get paid?
Your Honor, may I approach? You, document. Do you recognize that document that I've shown you as the police report that was prepared based on your statements on December 16th?
Yes.
You've seen this report before.
Yes, I made it.
And you see on the report where it says, she said that on this date, the male that she worked for entered her unlocked bedroom. They had been having an ongoing text exchange over money owed to Adams. She said that they began to discuss this, which apparently angered the male.
I did not.
Question pending yet. Do you see that language?
Yeah.
Did you say that to Police Officer Ellis on December 16th?
Yes, I see it.
And that wasn't true, was it?
Uh-oh.
To my recollection, it was true. We did discuss money and payment.
Ms. Adams, you just testified under oath about what happened on December 2nd. to court.
Okay, I also didn't put in a police report our sexual relationship because I was ashamed. The police report got leaked. I didn't put a lot of things. The most important thing was the attack in the police report. Me reporting anything outside of why he got upset, I didn't feel the need to put it. I was scared of how it received by the public. He's in a very public relationship with Cardi B. So I did not put a lot of things in the police report. My most important thing was him assaulting me and choking me and slapping me.
Now you're worrying about Cardi B and the way that the public see this attention is a thing, yeah. Like you didn't think that this shit would come out. You didn't think that people would be looking into this shit when you brought this shit up. And why, again, if you got a problem with money, that your ass wouldn't just go file a court complaint and say that you're owed this much? And why would you keep working for someone if they not paying you right? Why? No, you wanted this to be public. I don't care what nobody say. You wanted this mess to be public. Now you want to look like you was trying to protect who now? Cardi B? Stefon? Take it to small claims court. Now, I don't know what the amount of money is that she didn't get paid for, but look at what you did over what it was, okay? Because if it's $2,000 a week, just say she didn't get paid for a month. Let's just say it's a month. Is that $1,000? Oh, no. That's $10,000. That's $10,000. Just say it was a whole month. And you still went back. You still gave him a birthday present. You're mad that you didn't go to Art Basel. That's what this is about initially. Because he said that you couldn't come to Miami, probably clearly with good reason. You can't control yourself. You are emotional. I'm emotional and I can't let go. I am trying to hold on to you. Y'all know that song. I'm just saying, what the fuck? This is crazy. This is crazy. I took out some text messages. I didn't do it all. He was in a very public relationship. Well, what the hell did you think was going to happen when you go and do this? It's gonna be public, period. Please stop this. Please stop this. Okay, $8,000. Girl, go to small claims court or whichever court it is and sue for your damn money and find a new job. But you go back. It's Stockholm Syndrome.
Thanks for the tip.
Child, please. Dane, thank you, honey. He gonna win and celebrate by having a goodbye, sir. I believe there's babies already on the way. Child, what if she busted out during this testimony that she was pregnant? Oh my God. That would be something else. Shout out to J Rydell up in here. Thank you, boo. Everybody getting ads. Shout out to TLA and everybody in the ATL. Come on, child. This is crazy.
So that was the most important thing that I put in the police report. I was very vague. I didn't feel the need that I had to go and explain the relationship.
When you were asked questions.
Let's not explain very important part of your relationship with the person that's your employer, that you was okay with going on vacations and being taken here, being taken there, but then you weren't getting paid. So this is why it sounds like Diddy, because remember, what is his name? The one that Lil Rod, I think his name was, sitting up here in the home, getting the benefits around all the people, but then all of a sudden you're not getting paid, but you stayed. Like, why are you still there? Then you're allegedly getting assaulted and you still stayed. Like, when are adults responsible for their damn decisions? Please, this is crazy.
You actually gave.
I didn't feel.
You must wait until I finish the question.
Wait until counsel has finished the question.
Okay.
Answer it. If you don't understand it, ask her to
You're not going to tell them. They going to tell you. This is court, girl. It seems like somebody around here talking about what they gonna do. I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. You heard what I said? Because I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. And the judge came back and said, "Nah, I'ma tell you. I'm tired of telling you. Follow the rules."
Because you didn't feel it was important. When you were asked questions about what happened on December 2nd, you lied.
It did not change what happened on December 2nd. It did not change what happened on December 2nd. He choked and slapped me.
Ms. Adams, I'm going to try my question again. Because you didn't think it was important. When you asked the questions of Dedham Police Officer Ellis on December 16th, you lied.
I did not lie. I just did not expand on detail on the relationship I had with Mr. Diggs. I didn't feel that was important. The sexual relationship, I didn't feel like that was important. I didn't feel it was important that he was upset because I told him I was not in love with him like those other women. I was ashamed of being with him.
Oh, all the other women. Oh, pause. Hold on. Let me get this. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this. Shout out to me for the pause. All them other women is in love with him, not me. 4 years, y'all. What do y'all think? All them other women's is in love with him, not me. Child, woo, Lord help your people.
It's important. When you asked the questions of Dedham Police Officer Ellis on December 16th, you lied.
I did not lie. I just did not expand on detail on the relationship I had with Mr. Diggs. I didn't feel that was important. The sexual relationship, I didn't feel like that was important. I didn't feel it was important that he was upset because I told him I was not in love with him like those other women. I was ashamed of being with him. I didn't feel the need to explain that to the police officer.
Ms. Adams, please answer the question so that counsel can then ask you the next question. All right.
Under oath, On December 2nd, when you claim Mr. Diggs walked into your room, you had not been having a text exchange fight over money.
The last text exchange fight was over money. The last text exchange was me saying, you need to pay me out for the rest of the season. I'm out of your life. Give me the money for my business in that order. That was the last text exchange. His response to me,
Well, ma'am, before we get to his response, why don't we get
you
to
will
what
be paying me out for the season and the money you said you would give me for my business. Wasted my, excuse my language, fucking time being here because you have a, excuse my language again, fucking circus going on. I am out of your life. I am ruining that bitch life.
All right, Ms. Adams, you're going to listen to counsel's question. You're going to answer that question, and then you're going to wait for the next question. This is not an opportunity for you just to say whatever comes to mind.
Okay.
Contempt of court. Contempt of court.
All right, it is to be responsive to the questions presented.
Okay.
Next question, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. That response that you just read, that was actually a response to something Steph wrote to you, right?
That was a text exchange over money.
No question, ma'am.
What was your question?
What you just read into the record, that was a response to a text message that Steph sent to you, correct?
Yes.
And in that request, in that message that Steph sent to you, you understood you were getting fired, right?
No.
What Steph wrote to you is, I'm gonna leave you be. Thank you for cooking for me for this season. I appreciate you. Hate it even got to this, but oh well. Right?
Yes.
And you understood when you received that he was telling you you were not going to be cooking for him anymore.
No.
You didn't understand that.
No.
And that's why you responded with, you will be paying me out the season and the money you owe me.
No.
Because you knew you were about to lose your job, right?
I was not about to lose my job.
You didn't understand, I'm gonna leave you be. Thank you for cooking for me this season. I appreciate you. Hate it even got like this as a sign that you were about to lose your job?
No.
No discernment whatsoever. Because first of all, that text definitely sounds like something a dude text. Okay. That totally sounds like something that a dude would text. I'm sorry. And she couldn't discern. The most educated could not discern that you were about to lose your job. No. So you thought that was this means I'm going to be here for I'm about to sign a contract for the next 3 years. That's what that sounds like. Girl, I wasn't in love with all them other women. I wasn't in love with him like all them other women. I'm not going to allow you to fucking fire me because once you're not paying me, I'm going to court. That's it. That's all. Shout out to my fave. He said, yet now it's important, though. Get the F out of here, ma'am. Exactly. Y'all, these biatches is crazy. I don't know what to tell y'all. Y'all might be right. Sassy straights, even though everything is y'all's fault. Everything is Anton, black men, and Donald Trump's fault. Everything.
In any event, you didn't tell Officer Ellis on December 16th when you reported this assault, any of that, right?
The last text message was about money. The last back and forth text messages was about money. Money he owed me for not finishing out the contract, and money he owed me that he said that he would invest in my business. So I took a lower pay because Stefon agreed
Honor,
that I would have chance.
I took a lower pay. Girl, what? Now you taking less money, child. These people, I tell you.
To work on my business by working with
Ms.
them.
Adams, there's no question in front of you right now. And again, please answer the questions put to you. It is not an opportunity for you just to vent with your story.
You told other falsehoods to Officer Ellis, didn't you?
No, not to my knowledge.
You told Officer Ellis that you had injuries from this alleged assault, right?
I told him I had bruising, redness, and soreness on my throat.
You told him you had bruising on your neck, right?
It was like red. It wasn't like purple bruises. On the incident report, if you pull that up.
Any pictures? Did you take any pictures, Sha?
You didn't have any injuries when you walked into the police office on December 16th, did you?
No, because that happened on December 2nd.
Right. So any injuries that you would have had, you had a reason for why they weren't there, right?
It happened, it faded. The fading went away the night.
Right. And did you take any
The fading went away that night.
pictures of your injuries?
I was in shock. The first thing was not to take pictures. It was get it together.
I thought you just testified
But you thought to give him a birthday gift after the alleged assault.
under oath that you had just received a text message from a woman named Anna. That's Anna Kokolas, right?
You're in the wrong timeline.
You didn't just testify under oath.
Who is she talking to? What is going on right now? Who the fuck she thinks she talking to? Do you think this is endearing you to anyone, ma'am? So we typicaling it up. So she gonna be typicaling it up. Child, we're gonna have to watch today's. This is a mess.
It was get it together.
I thought you just testified under oath that you had just received a text message from a woman named Anna. That's Anna Kokolas, right?
You're in the wrong timeline.
You didn't just testify under
You're on
oath.
the wrong timeline.
You didn't just testify under oath that you were sitting on your bed, reading a cookbook, got a text message from Anna, and Mr. Diggs walked into your room?
Mr. Diggs walked in minutes after I texted him. That's how I based the time on what time he walked in the room.
Okay. So you had a phone in your hand when he walked in the room?
My phone was on the bed. I was reading a book. I wasn't texting her in the moment of Mr. Diggs walking in the room.
No. Okay. But you had a phone right there in your room?
Yes.
And it's an iPhone?
Yes.
And it's got a camera on it?
Yes.
You can take videos with it?
Yes.
And you do take videos with it?
Yes.
You take pictures with it?
Yes.
You take pictures of yourself with it?
Yes.
A lot?
Not often.
Not often. You have social media account for your business, don't you?
Yes.
Do you post things on your social media account?
I'm not as active as I should be.
You don't use your iPhone to take videos or pictures for that?
I'm not a very active person on social media.
I see. But you certainly had a phone in your room when you claim you were violently assaulted and injured, right?
That has nothing to do or justify the reason I was attacked.
It's a yes or no question, ma'am.
Yes, I had a phone.
Yes, there's a difference between an open-ended question and a closed-end question, and she doesn't seem to understand the difference. This is a lot different than what we was watching initially. Shout out to cross-examination.
Okay. You took no pictures of your face or your neck or
That
your
has
chest?
nothing to do.
I need to finish my question.
Okay.
You took no pictures of your face on December 2nd, did you?
No.
No pictures of your neck on December 2nd, right?
No.
No pictures of your chest on December 2nd?
No.
You said Mr. Diggs hit you across the face. Did you have any marks on your face?
No.
You understand Mr. Diggs is a professional football player, right?
Yes.
He's an elite athlete.
I don't know. He's an athlete.
You don't know that he's an elite athlete?
I guess.
Okay.
You call him that.
And you testified.
Nash, you don't know that he's an elite. I guess you don't call him that. You don't know that you're working for. She just testified about her business and the health and probably calories and all that, but you don't know that he's an elite athlete and you're his shit. Y'all know what we listening to right now, right? Y'all know we listening to I'ma tell you, right? She was not prepared very well for cross-examination. As a YouTube lawyer, she was not she was not prepared well for cross-examination.
He slapped you across your face?
Yes.
And you had no marks from it?
I was red. It was red. I'm lighter complexion.
Bruises, they get worse over time. Do you agree with me?
It was redness. It wasn't bruises.
Oh, hang on. There's an objection.
Oh, I'm
Let me
sorry.
rule the objection. That is overruled. You may answer the question.
Thank you, Anna.
I have redness, Mark. Like, I'm light skinned. I turn red when.
You also get bruises, don't you?
A bruise is a bruise is a bruise, regardless of your complexion. Now we want to bring in colorism, cha.
If I hit something hard, yeah.
Right. And bruises get worse over time, right?
Okay, I'm not
You
sure.
right?
I'm not sure. I don't get bruises a lot. I don't recall.
Do you recall telling Officer Ellis you were bruised on December 2nd?
My idea of bruising is soreness, hurting. I was red. It was redness. My face was red and on my chest was red. I didn't turn purple or pink or anything like that. I didn't. It was redness.
Because you didn't have any injuries when you walked into the police station on December 16th, Officer Ellis actually sent you a form to fill out to describe the injuries that you said you had on December 2nd, right?
Yes.
And you filled out that form, right?
Yes.
And you didn't do it on December 16th, did you?
No.
He actually emailed it to you, and you took 2 days, and then you emailed it back. True?
Yes.
Okay. And on that form, you put
Thanks for the tip.
that your chest and throat were very sore for days after, right?
Yes.
And you put that you had redness, tenderness, pain, and bruising on your neck, right?
Like I said, bruising for me is redness. It was sore. It was redness.
Well, you felt
Faded
that.
away and literally like maybe by the next day, if earlier than that.
Ms. Adams, when did you learn that the defense had provided videos of you to the Commonwealth?
Maybe yesterday or Friday, I think. Sometime last week when I spoke with Drew.
So last Thursday, you met with Mr. Virtue to prepare for your testimony, right?
Yes.
And you met with your lawyer as well, right?
Yes.
Your lawyer is representing you in an effort to get money from Mr. Diggs. True?
My lawyer's representing me in my workers' comp claim. The injuries that I received on the job that Mr. Diggs refused to pay for. That's what my lawyer is representing me for.
Are you sure about that, ma'am?
She is my I got my lawyer from workers' comp.
We'll come back to that. Let's stay with the form.
She said, we'll come back to that.
You told Officer Ellis on December 18th, so now 16 days after you say you were assaulted, that you had redness, bruising, and soreness on your chest, right?
I told him that, or I wrote that.
Well, you wrote it in a form. You took your time and you chose
I
which
checked the
answers
marks.
to give,
Yes.
right? Okay. And you told him your shoulders were red and very sore, right?
Right. This whole area here was sore. Across my chest, up here.
And you told him your whole body was sore, actually, didn't you?
It was.
You told him it was difficult for you to sleep.
I was very upset.
And I think you testified today that Steph supposedly put his forearm around your neck,
Steph did put his forearm around my neck.
not his hand.
No.
Okay. But you told Officer Ellis he used his hand, didn't you?
I told him to use this. This is the crook of his elbow. That is in the report.
Your Honor, may I approach? You filled out over a course of 2 days and sent back to Officer Ellis, true?
Yes.
And if you look right in under the heading method and or manner of strangulation suffocation, right in the maybe top third of that page, you see that?
Yes.
Question number 2, how was the victim strangled? Check all that apply. See that?
Forearm, right hand.
You told him you were strangled with his right hand, true?
With forearm, right hand. That is what's checked.
Okay, but you just testified under oath it was only his forearm.
This is the right side. I'm little. Everything went across my neck. So
you
that is what I meant by forearm, right hand was his whole right side. Right hand was a smack and forearm was the choke. How was the victim strangled? That was right hand meant smack, but his whole right arm was across my chest.
You also estimated the level of pressure that the suspect used during strangulation. Do you remember doing that?
Yes. I peed myself and I came back on my cycle really heavily.
So that was
so
a yes
it was
or no question
hard.
there?
You came back on your cycle. She came back on her cycle. Denique, this is about Stefon Diggs' trial, the football player. And this is the accuser. And she is not doing too well at all. At all. But I have a feeling that if you ask others that she's doing a great job. Girl, you doing a good job. Girl, you doing a good job. Shout out to my love. Thank you so much, Boo. He says she knows being knocked between the washer and the dryer is being fired. Shout out to being knocked between the washer and the dryer. Choking and slapping is foreplay. Allegedly in some relationships. Because, child, the only thing you can put around my neck is your freaking hand. Don't be putting me in no chokehold, though. That's just me. But others, it's something different. She came back on her cycle after that and eased herself, yeah, okay? That's what happened. Because she did say she was off, and then all of a sudden there was all this blood. So she came back on. So Stefon Diggs, a person that she don't know is an elite athlete, or is a great athlete, that she was cooking for, mind you, that she was the chef for, didn't know that he was a top-tier athlete, now saying that he top-tieredly, allegedly slapped you and choked you back when your period came on. Any real doctors here? RBN, is that even possible? I don't know. I'm asking questions because we be leering around here. Shout out to 400 people in the building. Hit the like button, subscribe if you are new.
David, yes, you remember doing that,
yes.
right? And you had a choice. Low is a 1 and 10 is a high. You see that?
Yes.
What'd you pick?
10.
10.
Yes.
You said Mr. Diggs is 6 feet tall. He's actually 6'2", right?
I don't know.
You don't know how tall he is? You've known him for 4.5 years.
I don't know.
She said earlier that he was 6'1" or 6'2". Now she's frazzled. She frazzled and she don't know how tall he is. This is your one job. You are supposed to cook for him. My freaking trainer knows everything about me and you don't know about one person? Ma'am. He slapped her in the next month's cycle. Shout out to the chat. Y'all wow.
He's taller than me. Way taller than me.
Okay. And you know, he lifts weights every day, right? He takes hits from 300-pound men right? For his job. True?
I guess.
Do you know that?
No, I don't know what his role is. And I thought he ran the ball. I don't know people. I'm not sure what he does.
How many games?
We're not sure what he does, but you're his chef? Then you're really not doing a great job because you should be responsible for knowing what his job is and what he does. If that's your only job since you live with him, you should eat, sleep, not literally. You should know everything about him since you are in charge of his nutrition. Now you don't know that he's a football player. Now you don't know that he gets tackled. Now you don't know that he runs up and down a freaking field. Child, maybe he catches y'all. Don't come for me. I don't know football like that, but that's not my job. She should know this. She should know this. Then you're not good at your job, ma'am. Plus, you're lying because you already told us you know enough about him. So you telling me you ain't know how tall he was when he was all up in that thing? So you telling me that when you was touching all over that my body, all over your body, babe. You trying to tell me that you didn't feel how good that body was and how in shape it was and there was no fat on that body and you didn't contribute to helping with that? Now all of a sudden you don't know nothing, but you a chef? Girl, please.
That Steph Diggs has played in. Have you attended?
I don't know football. I don't watch it to know what's what. I've attended a couple games.
The question was, how many of Stefon Diggs' games have you gone to and watched?
Going to, maybe 4.
And you don't know that he gets tackled in that game?
I don't really watch it, honestly. I'm just there for the vibes. I don't really know what be going on in football. I don't know the rules.
It's a vibe all the time. She's there for the vibes, child. She's there for the vibes.
I think you will agree with me, that if Stefon Diggs used 10 out of 10 force on your neck.
It was 10 for me. For my little body and what I couldn't breathe, it was a 10 for me.
The question was, estimate the level of pressure that the suspect used during strangulation.
It felt akin to me. I could not breathe.
So you chose to answer a different question than the one you were asked.
This questionnaire is about me. Why wouldn't I answer it about me? This is not a questionnaire that's a united, I don't know how to say it, a global, this is about me. This is what happened to me.
Okay. But you will agree with me, hypothetically speaking, if Stefon Diggs used 10 out of 10 strength to choke someone, anyone, that person would have bruises on their neck.
I would not agree.
Sustained. That objection is sustained.
You will agree that if Stefon Diggs used 10 out of 10 force to choke you, you would have bruises on your neck.
Objection.
Sustained.
Girl, come on, get it together.
Now, you went to New York, you said, on the evening of December 2nd, true?
True.
And you stayed there until December 9th.
Yes.
You had your phone with you all week.
Yes.
You took messages. You sent text messages.
Yes.
We know that because that's when you started talking about your money, right?
I did what?
You
I
testified.
asked for my money. I didn't talk about my money. I asked for him to have finance sign off to pay me.
My mistake.
Yes. Thank you.
We'll get to that money too. And you didn't think it was important to record your injuries or take photos.
No, I was in shock. This is someone that I love that put his hands on me. That was not my first instinct was to go and take a photo.
Sure.
Hold on.
And then December.
She said this is somebody that I loved. She ain't in love with him like the rest of those women. Remember that? This is why you answered the question that was asked and don't add any more to it. That's from your YouTube lawyer, okay? Who's not really a lawyer, but common sense prevails. Answer the question that's asked. You said earlier that you weren't in love with him like the rest of those women. Now you love him. Now you're giving him birthday presents. Now you know when his birthday is. You know all this. Girl, this is not good.
We'll get to that money too. And you didn't think it was important to record your injuries or take photos.
No, I was in shock. This is someone that I love that put his hands on me. That was not my first instinct was to go and take a photo.
Sure. And then December 3rd, you didn't take any pictures.
No.
And December 4th.
It's a very complicated relationship. No, I did not take photos.
And you didn't take any videos.
No.
And you didn't go to the ER.
No.
You didn't go to a walk-in.
He already had paid my medical bills. Why would I go get more medical bills?
Objection, Your Honor. Move to strike.
There you go, trying to tell somebody.
Stricken, non-responsive. Jurors will disregard it and not consider your information.
You didn't seek any medical attention, right?
Unpaid medical bills.
Your Honor.
This is all over not being able to go to Miami, y'all. I'm not saying that the non-payment wasn't an issue, but the catalyst is basically, in my opinion, is that she wasn't about to go to Art Basel, which is in Miami. So she was kept off the list. So all those other women could go, but not her. Wow. Wake up, Stefon.
Counsel, next question.
Oh, look, she a real lawyer too. Get her. This a real lawyer, child. She ain't out here trying to be cute. She ain't that Ashley, what's her name, from down in Fulton County, child. She is a straight, I'm here to work because I'm getting paid. She said, I'm getting paid. She said, I'm getting paid.
When you were with Shy and Tali for that week in New York City, you didn't say anything to them about
I don't know Tally. I just met Tally on the night of December the 2nd.
Okay.
Shy Charles has her own. It's a personal relationship with
Ma'am?
Stefon.
I need to be able to ask you questions.
Okay,
There's too much talking. Why is this courtroom so small? I would figure it would be a lot bigger than this. It looks like they all crammed into probably her room at Stefon's house.
Still answering the first question that you said. You didn't let me finish.
Ms. Adams, we're going to take it again, just a question at a time. All right, it isn't an
Contempt! Contempt!
opportunity for a narrative, and so let her ask her question, all right, and then answer the question. And if there is, if you're feeling that you're not being allowed to finish, you let me know. But
Okay.
just take it a question at a time. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. You didn't tell them anything about being assaulted.
These are not people I trust to tell anything of that nature to.
That is a yes or no question.
They're just people that you trust to spend a week with them.
These are people that I met through Stefon Diggs. I had no choice but to stay with them. I had no money.
I thought you just testified you had.
You had no money? Not this business, and you had no money at all? No savings, no credit cards, no nothing? But I thought these are the people that be helping you sassy straights with everything and in charge of everything and know everything. Something just ain't right.
Didn't tell them anything about being assaulted.
These are not people I trust to tell anything of that nature to.
They're just people that you trust to spend a week with them.
These are people that I met through Stefon Diggs. I had no choice but to stay with them. I had no money.
I thought you just testified you had a ticket to Atlanta.
That Sonny brought.
And then you changed on December 2nd, right?
Yes.
And then you changed your ticket to Atlanta to go to New York with
Yes.
Shy and Sonny. I'm sorry, with Shy and Tali, right?
Yes.
So you did have someplace else to
I
go.
changed the ticket because I didn't have money for Ubers to get home in Atlanta. Shy was going to pick me up from the airport.
Child, just dig in the hole. Child, just dig in the hole. So you are this great chef that does all this great work and you have not a dime to your name. When if you live with Stefon, you obviously don't pay rent or anything. He's giving you $2,000 a week, which for me particularly, I think that's not enough money, but to each his damn own. And you were going to all the places that he was traveling to and took you. And now that you allegedly got assaulted, now he paid for your ticket to go to Atlanta as well. So it's not like he has a problem with doing stuff. Let me go ahead and give him his props on that. Child, let me give you your ticket here. Let me give you your ticket there. You changed the ticket. That costs money. Now you want to go to New York because you can't afford an Uber. Girl, shut the fuck up. Now she's starting to piss me off because she's playing in my face. Now you starting to play in my face with this bullshit. This don't make no sense whatsoever. This makes no sense whatsoever. Y'all, all this, we got all this money and we doing so much better and we doing so much better and we doing so much better. We already know that it be lies because the stats are the stats. But now you chose to bring this to the public and now we can see that there's another one, shout out to Khalid, that's full of shit. Maybe if you wasn't spending money on his GD birthday, maybe you'd have money for an Uber. Child, if you don't have money for an Uber, of which is through your damn phone, of which is typically attached to a credit card, maybe a regular card, I don't know. And you can't afford an Uber, child, you got more important things to be worried about than this shit here. How many times do I say these biatches be lying all up and through this damn internet? But they playing a role. And I don't believe that she's broke like, I don't believe she's broke like she's trying to portray. She's just trying to elicit some empathy and sympathy. So you trying to tell me that you get the opportunity to work for a top tier athlete, to be a part of him who's part of a great franchise. You get free room and board. You get taken on vacations. I'm sure that if you asked him for something that he would give it to you within reason. You are willingly fucking this man while you know he's fucking these other women and you ain't got no money. Your priorities are all fucked the fuck up. Sorry, y'all, but now she's pissing me off. And if she's sitting up here playing in my face, you think that lawyer lady is not going to drag the fuck out of her? And she deserves it. And she deserves it. Because even if the amount filed, you said $8,000, let's just make it an even $10,000. Let's just make it an even $10,000. If that man owe you $10,000 and you need that money that bad, then the first place you should have went, it was to court. He wouldn't want that. In my opinion, he wouldn't want this shit to come out here like this. He wouldn't want this shit to come out here like this. You should have called your lawyer to say, listen, this is what I want to do. Send something to him so he can get this shit done. No, that's not what you wanted. You wanted this to come to fruition. And then somebody chokes you out and slaps you and you don't get bruises as small as you are, as light bright as you are, and him top tier athlete. No bruises whatsoever. Bruises turn purple. So no bruises. You took no pictures. These bitches be taking pictures and saving them for later, which is what that other heifer is doing with that boy that let me rephrase, that dude that allegedly likes her to peg him. I forget them people's names. But now we want to play this. You don't know. I know. Y'all, not y'all, but those hating hoes that's going to make excuses for her. And she didn't know. This is a whole ass adult. You can't even say it's Generation Z. This is a whole ass adult with no freaking clue. Shout out to Jay Rydell. He said Chef Pound Town thugging with her rounds. Like, that's what they all doing over there. That is what they all doing over there. Now you want to try to act like you don't know anything, ma'am. You know a lot.
Man.
I didn't have a place to stay in Atlanta. I given up my place to stay with Stefon Diggs. So I didn't have money for a hotel or Airbnb to go home to Atlanta.
All right, Ms. Adams, hold up for the next call.
Thank you, Anna. You've traveled with Shy before, right?
Yes.
You went with her to Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
You're actually friends with her, aren't you?
Associates,
Right.
co-workers.
Well, you've traveled to another country with Shy.
It's levels difference. It was a co-worker. I just met Shy in August.
Did Steph go on that trip to Trinidad and Tobago?
No.
Okay. And that was in the fall of
Oh, so it wasn't for work. Y'all just went, but we not friends. Girl, please. Shout out to Trend, though. You got these hoes coming to your country.
2025.
Yes.
And then you went on another trip in the fall of 2025 to see Shy, right?
No, I didn't go on a trip. I was told to leave the house. So I went to stay with Shy because I didn't have anywhere to stay.
Okay. And Shy picked you up in her car, you said?
Yes.
And can you describe what the inside of her car looks like?
Mm.
It's a white car. I think it's burgundy or something like that.
So the outside is white?
Yes.
And then the inside is burgundy.
If most as I remember, I can't say exact. I think.
Okay. And Shy has a dash cam right in her car, doesn't she?
Not that I'm aware of.
It's
You didn't see
amazing.
a dash cam in her car?
No, I saw where you see the speedometer and stuff like that.
No, not down on the panel where people look when they're driving. Up on the top of her car. There's a bar on the top of her car with a dash cam on it, right?
No, I didn't see that.
You didn't see that.
No.
Did Shy ever tell you that she had a dash cam in her car?
No.
Okay. Did you know that you were being recorded on that dash cam on December 2nd?
No.
Oh,
Did you know you were being recorded on December 3rd?
No.
You know now you were recorded, correct?
Yes.
And you've seen the videos that came from Shy's dash cam in her car, true?
No.
Oh, you haven't seen them yet?
No.
Your Honor, permission to publish
we about to look at some videos. It wasn't a Tesla.
Exhibit 5. I understand it's already in evidence. Go right ahead, counsel.
Your Honor, sorry, maybe we can see the sidebar.
Sidebar. This getting good, y'all. This getting good.
Case as
Okay.
Exhibit 5.
I can't see.
Hang on, they're just
Girl, get some glasses. I got the nerve. Ha! Goodbye, skinny boy.
And I believe you testified that you first became aware that there were videos of you last week.
Yes.
What?
Okay, so we could just stop right there, Mr. Kettlewell. I don't know, Ms. Adams, were you able to see that person in that video?
A little bit.
If not, we can play the whole thing.
Okay.
We can play the whole thing.
We want to also move can we move that a little closer? Or?
I think it's logistics. So while this is playing, Ms. Adams, do you recognize that person on the video as you?
Yes.
And you're sitting in the front seat of Shy's car?
Yes.
And this is you when you were just after you were picked up from LaGuardia Airport on December 2nd, right?
Yes.
Okay. Was there someone else in the car to your memory?
No, not when she picked me up.
I'm sorry?
No, not when she picked me up.
Okay. Did Holly Moses also get picked up from LaGuardia just after you?
No, she got picked up from a boyfriend's house in Queens.
Okay. But she was eventually in that car with you?
Yes.
So Shy was driving the car, is that right?
Yes.
And then you're in the front passenger seat as we see you?
Yes.
And then did Tolly sit in the back behind you?
Behind Shy.
I'm sorry?
Behind
Shy?
Shy.
Okay. And this was all on December 2nd?
Yes.
And this is the day you say you were violently assaulted?
Yes, that doesn't justify or prove that I wasn't assaulted because I learned how to say face.
again.
Okay.
Sorry, this is a question.
Okay.
Mr. Kettlewell, can we also show the next video? I believe it's also in Exhibit 5.
And Your Honor, just for clarification, there's Exhibit 5, I think, is just a number of videos in one exhibit.
Thank you, Mr. Archer. And do you recognize the person in this video?
Yes.
And that's you in Shy's car again?
Yes.
She was like a Muslim.
And this is the next date, right? It's December 3rd. Do you recognize that?
Yeah.
Well, you might not be able to see. I'll give you, Mr. Kettlewell, is this marked as Exhibit 5 also, the stills?
No, the stills are
6 and 7. I'll show you what's been marked as Exhibit 7.
Okay.
You recognize that person as you?
Yes.
And that's you in Shy's car,
Yes.
right? When you visited her in New York City?
Yes.
And you say you don't remember if that's what date that is? Your Honor, I'm sorry, may I approach one more time? I could direct your
I didn't say I didn't remember. I didn't remember what day it was.
Oh.
I can't tell the day that it is. I don't remember. I was in her car. I stayed for her the week.
Okay.
You're telling me it's December the 3rd.
I can direct your attention
Amazing.
right here. Okay. See how it says 2025 1203?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what that means?
No.
Okay.
Damn, is that her standing up? She is short. Shout out to all the new subscribers. I see y'all. I appreciate you. Everyone watching, please hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. They said turn down the lights. Light a candle. Because we got some things to see. Because ain't no bruises, child. Ain't no bruises. And Fa was saying about $8,000 a month. I agree with you. 8 to 10,000, it doesn't matter. She can't hold money. She was working for that man for what? Couple of years with no rent, and he was doing the traveling and probably a lot of other things that we're not aware of monetarily.
This is amazing.
And she don't have any money. She don't have any money for an Uber. Times is tough. Either times is tough or somebody lying, okay? I'm just saying something just ain't right.
But this is you on your New York trip
Yes.
with Shy in her car.
My New York stay was shy.
Okay. All right.
This has not been preliminarily marked as far as offering it.
I believe that was intended to be in the thumb drive. It's in the thumb drive separately. So
Stills, though, I think Mr. Brick is referencing, have not been marked as 6 or 7 as the court's record. You want them admitted, but they are not.
I have no objection to those stills being marked as 6 and 7.
Thank you.
This would be Exhibit 7. That is that.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Clerk. And this is,
So the copy for the court.
yes, sir. This is Exhibit 6.
Is this a Tesla, y'all? I was just joking. I don't know. I've only seen a Tesla once in the car, only once. So is this a Tesla? Because I know that they record everywhere. That's what I heard.
And then you also had some videos taken of you by Tolly while you were in New York, right?
I don't remember. I don't recall.
Do you remember? Well, first, you, Shy, and Tolly all stayed in Brooklyn, in New York, from December 2nd to December 9th, right?
Yes.
And you all stayed in the same bedroom,
Yes.
slept in the same bedroom.
Yes.
What?
And we're together a lot of the time that week. True?
Mostly yes.
Okay. And there was one night where you and Tolly were kind of goofing around with the video and taking videos. Do you remember that?
I don't recall that.
Okay. Mr. Kettlewell, can we play Exhibit 8? And, well, before we do, I would move Exhibit 8 into evidence. It's a video from December 6th. Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, just no objection to that for the record.
I do not recall. Yeah, girl.
Ms. Adams, did you recognize the person on that video?
Yes.
Who is that?
Me.
And that's in Shy's bedroom, right?
Yes.
Where you and Tolly and Shy spent the entire week, right?
Majority Tally would sleep on the couch some days.
I'm sorry?
Tally would sleep on the couch some days.
Okay. But in that video, that was Tolly was videoing you, right?
I don't recall that
You don't
time.
remember
Yeah, but I was there.
You was being recorded, child.
that? Okay. Mr. Kettlewell, and Your Honor, I would move in Exhibit 9, which is another video from that same time, December 6th, 2025.
That's still
For the record, I believe it's also Exhibit 8.
yes.
Thank you, gentlemen. Ms. Adams, that was
Is that a BBL?
you on that video, correct?
Yes.
Sorry. And Your Honor, I would move in stills as Exhibit 9 and 10. Those are stills from Exhibit 8.
Your Honor, no objection.
And Ms. Adams, I just ask you to look at those and tell me if that's a fair and accurate representation of you from the week you spent in New York.
Oh, child, they got the up close of that neck, don't they? And the side of the face where the slap allegedly happened.
That day, yes.
On December 6th, 2025.
Yes.
Your Honor, may I publish to the jury? Thank you.
Just for the record, counsel, what is the exhibit numbers of the?
I am offering to the jury Exhibits 9 and 10, which are two stills taken from the second video of Exhibit 8.
No objection, Your Honor.
Are there any more video clips, counsel, you'll be using, or can we put the lights back up?
I think we can put the lights back on, Your Honor.
Turn on the lights.
Thank you. Now, Steph and his group got back from Miami to his Dedham home on December 7th, correct?
I'm not sure the day he got back. I
Of course.
got back on the night.
I'm sorry?
Tuesday. Well, it was late in the night. Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. The 9th I got back.
Well, you know he got back to the Dedham house before you did.
I didn't know that. When I got there, I realized that he was there. I was in no communication with him on what day he was coming back.
That was a yes or no question.
But you were in communication with him.
Tax on my pay, yes.
can you turn to tab C, which has been marked as Exhibit 3, please? And you testified about the text exchange you had with him at around 12:30 on December 2nd, where you called him a pussy, right?
Yes.
And then he said, "Show me I'm pussy," and you said, "Will do."
Yes.
Right? And then if you turn the page, if you look to the next message from you, so in Exhibit 3, there are bubbles, right? There's blue bubbles you see and green bubbles.
Yes.
And do you understand the green bubble to be Steph Diggs' messages?
Yes.
And the blue bubbles to be your messages?
Yes.
Okay. And if you look on the page, I hope you're on the right page. It ends in that number on the bottom right corner at 118. Do you see that number? You want me to approach?
Yes.
Zoom in on that neck.
So 117 is the page we just looked at.
Okay.
I'm looking at 118, your first message. And do you see down here these numbers here?
Yes.
So this message was sent on December 5th, correct?
Yes.
All right, and you sent it.
Yes.
So now this is 3 days after the violent assault that you talked about.
Yes.
And what did you say in that message?
Hi, can you approve my pay with finance, please? I have to pay my insurance this month. Thank you. Please and thank you.
Okay. And then if you could look at the next message. Actually, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's hold that for a second. So you were texting with Steph Diggs and the week you were in December. I'm sorry, in the week in December, you were in New York, right?
I texted Stefon one time.
Okay. But your testimony is you don't know when he was coming back to the Dedham house.
I didn't know the exact date.
You didn't. But you knew he was coming back.
Yes.
Because that would be important to know, right?
I've worked in this industry. I went off of a previous client schedule. They normally would return on Tuesday. So
Well,
I was in guest mode.
But the last time you saw Steph Diggs was when he was assaulting you, you said.
That wasn't the last time I saw Steph Diggs. I said here that I walked in his room after the assault before I was leaving to give him his birthday gift.
You walked into his room. Child, they talking about a massage. I assume it's in the living room. My dumbass fault. She walked into his room thereafter to give him a birthday gift after an assault. Y'all. Oh my God. Shout out to Anthony Allen Child. Thank you, boo. Can you say cooked? I believe so. I believe so. I cannot. This is crazy. Oh yeah, it was a 10 out of 10 on the hurt side and the slap side and the choke side. But let me make sure I go into his room. I'm gonna go seek him out in his room and give him the birthday present that was more important that I give to him after an assault, mind you.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay. You gave him a birthday gift after the assault happened.
We were friends for 4.5 years with a very complicated relationship.
Okay.
They ain't got shit to do with shit upon shit. But I know a hating hoe will come through and say, you don't know. They're in love. Stockholm syndrome. Any excuse.
So if I could ask you actually to turn to Exhibit 4, which is behind the tab D.
Yeah, behind the D for sure. For sure.
And if you look at that number on the bottom right corner, turn to the page that ends in 173. And I'll ask you some questions before we get to that substance, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I think you testified on December 9th you went back to the Dedham house, right?
Yes.
And you got yourself an airplane back to Boston, right?
Sonny got me an airplane back to Boston.
Okay. And you landed at Logan Airport at night.
Yes.
Then you took an Uber to the Dedham house.
Yes.
You arrived around 11:30 p.m.
Yes.
You were alone. Yes.
Yes, this is how you answer yes and no questions, ma'am. Yes, continue like this.
You came by yourself.
Yes.
Didn't bring anybody.
No.
Okay. And when you got in the house, you went and knocked on Steph's bedroom door.
I went to put my...
Oh, what? Oh, hold on. You trying to tell me that after this horrible assault, and you left and went to New York, after you previously were supposed to go to the ATL, but you couldn't afford Uber, that you got another plane paid for by whoever the hell it is that she said, because it sounds like Stefon didn't pay for it. And then you went back to said house from the man that allegedly assaulted you a 10 out of 10. And then you knocked on his door. Woo!
And you landed at Logan Airport at night.
Yes.
Then you took an Uber to the Dedham house.
Yes.
You
How'd she take an Uber to the Dedham house? I thought she couldn't afford an Uber.
arrived around 11:30 p.m.
Yes.
You were alone.
Yes.
You came by yourself.
Yes.
Didn't bring anybody.
No.
Okay.
So you weren't scared then. That's what that's showing and saying. You went back to the house where the alleged assaulter was and the assaultee happened, and you was by yourself 11:30 at night.
And when you got in the house, you went and knocked on Steph's bedroom door.
I went to put my things away and I knocked on his door. Yes.
I'm sorry, I couldn't
I went to put my things away and knocked at his door.
Okay. And that was around midnight on changing over from December 9th to December 10th, right?
That's what it says here. I don't recall the time. This is what the messages say.
Well, he didn't open his door, did he?
His code was different. He changed the codes when I came back.
Right. Because in that house, the bedrooms all had key codes on each door, didn't
That he
they?
controlled. Yes.
What kind of what is it called? Dungeon are y'all living in over there? Yo, what kind of dungeon are y'all? Oh my God, y'all remember when Me Too first happened and they took down oh my God, Matt Lauer, I think his name is. When they took down Matt Lauer and they was all up in arms because he had a button that pushed or closed the door on the bottom of his desk, and they was like, you ain't shit, you ain't shit, you ain't shit. This nigga got codes. All I imagine is like you do for the front door and shit. That's all I can imagine. So he had all the codes to all your rooms. So does that mean that he could lock you in or lock you out? Are you able to get out if he changes the code? Y'all just be putting out any old thing. Y'all be putting out any old thing. Okay, Airbnbs are set up like that. I've never been to one, child. Send me to the hotel. Girl, you wanna come to my hotel? I only go to hotels because I just feel like Airbnbs, they just be doing shit and you don't even know it. Not that they can't in a hotel, but I'm gonna sue the hotel real quick. Child, this sounds fun. He changed the code so I couldn't get in. So you had the code to his room? So you had the code to his room and he changed it because he didn't want you there. How you get in? Now, come on, Steph. How'd she get in if you didn't want her there? Y'all, this is crazy. I'm assuming there's a gate that has to open up. You know what I mean? I would hope he's behind the gate. And then you got to open it up in order to get in. So the code didn't change there. The code didn't change to get into the house, or she still had the key. So she was able to get in there. Steph need to do better. Steph need to do better.
Bedrooms all have key codes on that door?
Yes, that he controlled.
I'm sorry. This is a yes or no question. See if you can try it. Did all of the bedrooms in that house have different key codes on them?
Yes, that he controlled.
So you can't.
What do you mean?
You had a key code on your door, right?
Yes.
And if it was shut, it would be locked, right?
No. The door had issues. I would often
now the door had issues. Everybody got issues except for her. Girl, don't live there.
text Sunny because she checked and make sure my door was locked.
I'm sorry, when did you text Sunny to please check if your door was locked?
When I left the first week of November, when he made me leave to have female guests over.
Your Honor, move to strike. That answer is not responsive, will be stricken, and the jurors will disregard it in their deliberation.
Okay. So on December 9th, around about midnight, when you got back to his house alone,
Yes.
you went and knocked on his door, right?
Yes.
And he didn't open it.
I didn't knock. I tried to get in the door.
Okay, you tried to walk into his
Oh, so you just tried to walk in on your employer, no knock, because you feel like you have that sort of right. Yeah. Now, remember when we was kids and our parents would just walk in? We hated that shit. But that was a child, and they were the parents, and they're the ones that were in charge. You just came back after being slapped into your period and then thought that you could just walk on in there. Walk on by. You thought you could just walk on up in there. The entitlement. And then to turn around and say that you were wrong. Listen to all the things that this person is saying, y'all. This is crazy. Yeah, because he's probably in there with somebody, but he definitely should have took her off the list of people that could have gotten into this whole ass house. So I fault Stefon for that. He need to do better, y'all. He need to do better.
No, that's how I would go in his room. I would unlock his door.
Sure, just like always, right?
When he needs food and his door was closed, I would go in his room.
Right.
I never went in his room without permission.
You going in there on December 9th
Who asked you to come in there on December the 9th? Go ahead, lawyer.
was no different than any other day, right?
No.
Were you taking him food?
And when you weren't able to get in, you actually sent him a text message, right?
Yes.
And you told him, can you read what you told him?
I was coming to ask you what time you have to be at work and to say hi.
That's what I say to my people that assault me. 10 out of 10. Child, you need anything? Child, I'm about to go make myself a peanut butter and jelly. You want one too? Boo, I'm back. I'm back. This is ridiculous.
Okay. And then you just went right back to work, right?
Yeah, I went to bed.
I'm sorry?
I went into my room and went to bed.
You went into your room and you went to sleep
Yes.
by yourself
Yes.
in the house.
Yes.
with Steph Diggs there.
Yes.
And then the next morning you got up and you made him breakfast.
Yes.
Like nothing ever happened. Everybody then gotten over it, gotten it out of their systems. We good, you good, we good. Let's go. We just gonna act like nothing ever happened, and we just gonna go ahead and go.
Now you told Officer Ellis when you reported the assault that you left your position on December 2nd. Do you remember that?
I was saying I left at the house. I didn't leave my position.
Oh no, when someone assaults me, I don't leave the position. I stay, y'all. When I've been in so much pain and I was treated badly, I stay. Score one again for you sassy straights that be fucking up these people's lives. Y'all be messing up all these women's lives. Trump, Anton, and you black men, y'all ain't shit. Y'all all men. It ain't even, for our purposes, it's typically black men, but at this point, it's all of y'all. Y'all ain't none of y'all shit. Y'all are all these women's problems, you know? You heard? I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna try to go into his room, and then I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make him breakfast.
I was really going back to get my things. I had no plan.
I was really going back to get my things, but I'm gonna try to go into your room for whatever the reason, and then I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go make you daggone breakfast. But I'm really trying to get my things.
Nowhere to go, so I needed to be nice to him.
Oh, what are we trying to water work it up now?
Did you tell Officer Ellis after the alleged assault on 12/2/2025, Adams left her position and left the residence to stay with a friend in New York?
Left my position mean I left to get on a plane and go. I didn't tell him I quit. That didn't mean that I quit.
You didn't quit.
No.
I didn't quit. I didn't quit. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that little assault. I ain't quit. Y'all, where was that text message? Fuck that bitch ass. Don't ever talk to me again. Where are those messages at after this 10 out of 10 assault?
Did you tell Officer Ellis that on 12/9/2025, you returned to the house just to get your property?
Yes, I was going to get my property.
But you were also going to work for a while first?
Basically, I was going to get my property. I was trying to get my money. I asked Mr. Diggs the next day about my money when I returned to the house.
And you kept on cooking and doing your job for a whole nother week, didn't you?
No, I stopped cooking. If I'm not mistaken, I didn't cook over the weekend because I said on the 11th, I asked Mr. Diggs in front of his mother and Shar Charles about my pay.
Okay.
That was another text
I'll ask
exchange.
a different question.
Okay.
On several days of that week, you simply kept doing your job, right?
And asking for my pay.
That's a yes or no question now.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
You kept doing your job.
Yes.
Officer Ellis was wrong when he wrote that you left your position on 12/2.
I left the house. So him putting position didn't mean that I left my job as a chef. I left the house on December 2nd.
So you told Officer Ellis that you left your position, but you meant you left the house to go to New York.
Yes, I left for the day. It wasn't that I was saying I quit or saying it in a way that I quit my job. I didn't say that.
You've mentioned Mr. Diggs' assistant, Sunny, a couple of times, right?
Stealing Sunny, yes.
I'm sorry?
Stealing Sunny, that's what he calls her.
Your Honor, I move to strike, and I'd ask that the witness be instructed to please answer a question.
That answer will be stricken. The jurors will disregard it. Ma'am, if you don't understand the question, please ask the
Okay.
counsel to restate it.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sunny was a friend of yours, wasn't she?
No.
Ms. Adams, you texted Sunny all the time, didn't you?
Because that was my contact. Go-to contact for payment, go-to contact if I didn't have access to his card or I didn't have my money on my card to order food. And we would discuss things at work.
I'm going to show you a document. Take a look and see if you can recognize that as text messages between you and Sunny.
Mm-hmm.
Could I see what this is?
Oh, of course. Sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Do you recognize that document as text messages between you and Sunny?
Yes.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Your Honor, may I approach? Submit. This document doesn't have numbers on it, so I'm just going to direct you Do you see where the messages start on Thursday, December 11th?
Yes.
At 7:44 a.m. You see that?
Yes.
And this is an exchange between you and Sunny, right?
Yes.
And you write to her, morning, did you change my door code, right?
Yes.
And that's what you were just talking about. Each door has its own door code in Steph Diggs' home, right?
Yes.
And you were having trouble getting into your door code on December 11th.
Yes.
And had you been having trouble getting into your door code since you got back on the evening of the 9th and 10th?
When I walked in on the 9th, it pushed right open.
Okay. All right. So it changed in somewhere around there.
When the morning, maybe when I walked out the door, that morning I made breakfast. If I'm not mistaken, that's the morning that
Yeah, ma'am, I'm just going to stop you because
Okay.
it's not responsive.
All right.
All right. So on December 11th at 7:44, you asked Sunny, did you change my door code? And she says, no, I don't know the code. Right?
She doesn't have access to change codes.
And she says, Rich? Question mark. Who's Rich?
Rich was like somebody that helped around the house.
He was like a maintenance guy.
I don't call him that.
Was someone to help around the house?
He did a lot of stuff for Mr. Diggs.
Oh my
He was a
God.
maintenance
The house a
person.
lot, right?
If we need anything, yes, we will call Rich.
Okay. And you say to Sunny, I asked, he hasn't answered yet. And then you say they changed it, right?
Yes.
Sunny asks, who changed it?
Your Honor, maybe we can see the sidebar.
Sidebar. Stefon, you need to do better, Chan. And I agree. Whoever said that this is not the lifestyle, if it's worth it to you, then go on then, because you sound crazy. This sounds crazy.
All right. So you say they changed it, right? And Sunny asks, who changed it? And what did you say to Sunny?
He said they. He said they. So
What else did you say to Sunny?
He said, hey, so Steph and his name was white bitch.
I'm sorry?
White. I said, he said they. So Steph and the white bitch.
When you said he said they,
Hey,
the he in that sentence was Steph, right?
Yes. No. Yeah. Yes.
And the they, who was that?
Them two together.
So your testimony is, so the white bitch, is that Lindsay?
Yes.
Okay.
Now we got racism in the. Now everything gotta be racist.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
That ain't right, y'all. That ain't right.
All right. So was that the kind of thing you said to your coworker?
Yes, because she called me a bitch first.
I see. So you were kind of friendly with Sunny.
Yes.
You shared stuff with her.
Sonny disliked her too.
Okay. She shared that.
They had their own thing before I came.
And then if I could ask you to turn to tab D in your binder, which is Exhibit 4. And I'm sorry to do this, but if you could look, the numbers at the bottom right, the number that begins, that ends 178. You there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so that text exchange with Sunny, that was at 7:44 a.m. on December 11th.
Yes.
All right. And if you look at these messages on page 178 of Exhibit 4, this blue message at the top is something that you sent on December 11th, 7:52 a.m. Do you see that?
Yes.
And you sent it to Steph.
Yes.
What did you say to Steph?
Did Lindsay change my door code? And why can't I get into my room?
Okay. And then you and Steph kind of have a back and forth about the codes and why can't you get in, right?
Yes.
All right.
I don't remember that. That's not listed here though.
Because you don't work there no more.
Okay. And meanwhile, you're also having a text exchange with Sunny about Steph and the white bitch, right?
Yes.
Objection, Your Honor. Maybe we can hear
Yes.
That white bitch. That white bitch. I tell you, there's racism around here.
The racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
So you and Steph have some back and forth that same morning, December 11th, right?
Yes.
In text message. And he explains to you, if you can turn the page to.
So you come back and start causing drama and trauma in the damn house, child. Woo! Lord help your people.
Right? Yes. In text message. And he explains to you, if you can turn the page to 2 pages in, to page 180. He explains to you, I didn't know if you were if he was going come back or not, so I had him changed. Right?
Stefon, I know why he had the door lock changed.
Is that what he wrote to you?
That's a yes or no question. Steph, I don't know why he had that door change. Why would you want to come back to your assaulter, ma'am? Let's be, let's act like we got some sense around here.
He explains to you, I didn't know if you were if he was going come back or not, so I had him changed. Right?
Stefon, I know why he had the door lock changed.
Is that what he wrote to you on
Yes.
December 11th in the morning?
Yes.
Okay. And what did you respond? It's right there on the same page in the blue bubble.
No, it's not.
Can't see
Lord.
it.
Oh, Lord.
And if you can turn the page, Steph wrote,
Someone has an attitude.
shit you was saying, it was like it was over with. I was like, well, you understood he was talking about the text fight you had on December 2nd, right?
No.
Yeah. What did you respond to Steph?
I said no.
I'm sorry?
I said no. I didn't say yeah.
You didn't understand that he was talking about the last time that you saw each other on December 2nd, which is the day you got in the text fight about Lindsay and you not going to Miami?
Me and Stefon had arguments all the time. Like, not all the time, often. And it would just fly over. But it wasn't as...
So in other words, the assault really wasn't that bad. Even though it was a 10 out of 10, we just gonna come back because I need that money, honey.
It didn't turn into a fight like it did. I needed to come back to get my things.
Let's see what did you respond to Stefon on December 11th? And this is now 9 days after you were assaulted, supposedly.
I was assaulted. I wasn't supposedly.
What did you
You hear the lawyer? She said when you were assaulted, supposedly. It's a good lawyer, y'all.
Thanks.
Let's see what did you respond to Stefon on December 11th? And this is now 9 days after you were assaulted, supposedly.
I was assaulted. It wasn't supposedly.
What did you respond to Steph?
Was very emo. Sorry I made you feel that way. I don't want to leave. I want to stay to take care of you as long as I need you.
And you sent him a second message.
Really sorry, Steph.
You were angry with him on December 2nd. You already
I
testified to that.
needed to be nice to Stefon in order to get my pay to leave.
I'm sorry, you were texting?
I needed to be nice to Stefon in order to get my pay to leave.
Let's talk about your pay.
Yes.
Let's get into it.
You admit that you were apologizing to him about December 2nd and your behavior, don't you?
I was being nice to Stefon to get back in his good graces to get paid.
You were apologizing for your
Not
behavior.
by choice.
You were apologizing to Stefon Diggs by text on December 11th for your behavior on December 2nd.
Not by choice.
Is that a yes?
That's a not by choice.
It's a yes or no question, ma'am.
I don't know what that would be a yes or no question.
It's a yes or no question.
If the witness is saying she can't answer that yes or no, she can have the answers down that you
Okay. All right, so your claim, I guess, is that Steph owed you money.
It's not a guess. Stefon did back wages.
You were
Wages
paid-
owed. It was wages. I think you should use the correct language.
The correct language
is
I'ma tell you, you not gonna tell me. I'm the lawyer. I am the lawyer. I tell you in this courtroom, lawyer. Yeah, you're doing a great job, girl. You doing a good job, girl. You doing a good job. Whoever coached her should be fired.
for your
Wages.
civil lawsuit.
I don't have a civil lawsuit.
You were paid $2,000 per week to cook for him, right?
Yes.
And if you used your own money to buy groceries, you were reimbursed for that.
Yes.
And when you were hired to work as Steph's chef,
So you went.
It's amazing.
So you was out here buying the groceries as well? Child, Steph, I'm gonna need a credit card because I don't have time for your bullshit. Just give me a credit card and I will go ahead. Give me the Instacart account and I get everything delivered on your credit card. Girl, please. Here's another one that's gonna go for whatever because it's Stefon Diggs. He's a football player, an elite football player. He got money. Now we want to try to act like we don't know who he is and what you had going on, and you ruined it. And you ruined this shit. And allegedly, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say it's because he did have all these other women. And even though you said that you weren't in love with him, I'm believing that you were. And you didn't want them other heifers to be around, period, point blank. Now, she probably could accept Cardi B because it's Cardi B, y'all, okay? If she was around for Cardi B, then she was still here for a moment, right? Because they went to the Super Bowl in February. I'm not sure. If this happened in December, Cardi was around. So she was okay with it. So now my question is, so Cardi B, did you know that he was effing all these women when you was over at his house? Child, what happened that we don't settle? We do not settle. There's no settling. Child, please.
you didn't have to fill out a job application, right?
I stated previously, me and Stefon had an interpersonal relationship that was professional.
So is that a no? I did not.
I don't know how to answer that question. Yes or no.
Fill out a job application?
I don't know how to answer that question. Yes or no.
Ma'am, did you fill out a job application?
No. No.
Now, when suddenly the judge asked her, she know how to answer the question. Girl, Lord help your people.
Next question.
You didn't have any employment contract or anything?
Yes, we did.
Did you sign a written employment contract?
We had a verbal text contract.
Okay. You didn't have to interview with anyone to get the job, right?
He knew my skills.
He knew my skills. I bet he did. Clip it.
So on December 1st, this is the day before you say you were assaulted, you submitted an invoice to be paid, didn't you?
Yes.
And can you explain to the jury, so you weren't just automatically paid?
I was supposed to be. They sent maybe 2 automatic payments, and then the rest was I would have to go through Sunny.
Right. You'd have to confirm with Sunny you worked that week, right?
I would have to, not that I confirm, I lived there, so it was never a confirmation.
She was there a lot too, right?
No.
Okay. So you did have to confirm with Sunny if you worked there or not.
Not that I worked. I had to confirm with Sunny my reimbursements. I lived there.
And on December 1st, what you did was you took an invoice for money you claimed you were owed, right?
It's not a claim, it's money that I was owed.
You submitted an invoice on December 1st for payment, right?
I don't recall. I don't know the exact date.
Have you seen this document before?
Yes.
It's an email dated December 4, 2025 from Melissa
I saw that in a text screenshot. That email that Melissa has of mine was not working at the time. This was a screenshot that Stefon sent me. I never received this email.
Okay. This is an email from Melissa Goddard.
I never received it to my email.
Did you see the text of this message before?
I seen a screenshot similar. I can't recall
You know
the
you
exact
have.
message.
Would you like me to give you a document to
Sure.
attach you?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, Your Honor. I am, if you want to give the jury a break, it's just going to take me a couple of minutes.
Sure, why don't we just take a 5-minute stretch break?
Your Honor, I just don't want to waste time.
Mr. Bell.
And you didn't remember, you said you hadn't received it in that form. If you can turn the page, did you see the invoice?
Yes.
And that was your invoice, right?
Yes.
And you said on that invoice dated December 1st, right?
Yes.
That you were owed payment of $2,000 for three weeks in November, right?
Yes.
And you were owed grocery reimbursement for $3,179.06, right?
Yes.
And that was your estimated payment.
Yes.
And you said you didn't receive this email, but you remembered getting it by text message, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so you have read and you remember seeing the substance of this email, true?
Yes.
Okay. And this is a response to your invoice, right?
I don't recall because Stefon was refusing to pay me for the week he sent me home.
Well, Melissa Goddard writes on December 4th. I appreciate you may not have received this on December 4th, but she writes, "Thank you for providing an invoice. I've attached a readable PDF."
Hang on.
Yeah.
Sidebar.
And it turned out, Ms. Adams, you had gotten paid for 2 of the 3 weeks that you said you hadn't gotten paid for, right?
Ooh.
This is missing a whole lot of stuff.
Yes or no question?
Yes or no question. So was you double dipping?
I can't answer your question correctly without the proper evidence.
Your Honor, may I approach?
You may.
You recognize this document as text exchanges between you and Sunny?
Yes.
Dated December 9, 2025?
Yes.
And you're the person in the bubbles on the left?
Yes.
And you write to Sunny, "Hey, so I looked over my transfers, payment history, and they sent payments 11/7 and 11/21, totaling $4,000. See that?
Yes.
So you knew that you had actually been paid for 2 of those 3 weeks that you tried to get paid for again, right?
What's your name? I never got your name.
Did you know?
I don't
that you
know.
had-
I was trying to address you by your name because I'm sorry. I'm not this. I don't know. I can't answer that question correctly.
You knew on December 9th that you had been paid for 2 of the 3 weeks you said you hadn't been paid for, didn't you?
I don't understand the question.
You just acknowledged you wrote it to Sunny.
I was supposed to be paid for the week I was sent home. So
Okay.
I sent the incorrect amount because I didn't know he wasn't paying me for that week.
Right. So you sought $6,000 instead of $2,000.
That's my calculations was
Right. And so that last week, that was a week you didn't work, right?
because I was sent home.
Right. So you weren't in the kitchen cooking.
Mrs. Diggs sent me.
No paid days off. No vacation days around here, girl. No sick days. Not when you're sitting up here talking back to the daggone. Now listen, this is not a typical job. I'm not saying that there aren't some laws that are in place, but this is not a typical job. So don't be using typical job rules now because you upset because you talking to your employer any old way.
Home because he had girls at the house.
Whatever you're going to
I
add
should
is
be
not
paid.
responsive. Your Honor. Yes. Ms. Adams, you
I'm sorry.
understand the question you're being asked?
I don't understand.
Her question. Answer a single question. All right, if you can. If it's confusing to you, she will restate it. Counsel, did you restate your question?
Yes.
So you weren't in the kitchen cooking that week, right?
No.
Okay. If you can turn back to tab D, the page that ends 171, this is exhibit 4. It has been marked and admitted into evidence. Let me know when you get there.
I'm D.
Hurry
You
up.
there? So these are both, on this page, these are both blue bubbles. So this is your text messages, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Blue bubble.
And on December 9th, 2025 at 2:27, you text Steph Diggs, right?
Yes.
And what do you say to Steph Diggs on December 9th? Do you need help finding it?
What's the last?
171. I can help you find it if it's easier.
I said, can she call?
I'm sorry, the second text message.
Read the second text message?
Yes, please.
Without reading the
You
messages
can read the
before?
first and we can talk about
Did you hear what she said?
I was told to contact Melissa about my pay.
Okay.
So I responded, can she call me or can I call her?
And Melissa, just to the record's clear, is Melissa Goddard, right?
Yes,
She's Steph Diggs' bookkeeper.
that's what I was told.
She's the person who wrote that email on December 4th informing you that you had been already paid for 2 of the 3 weeks you were looking for, right?
I didn't receive that email.
Understood. So you were asking if she could call you or you could call her, right?
I was told to
You were
reach out
told
to
you
her.
could talk to her, right?
Yes,
And you never called her, did you?
yes, I did.
What did you say in the second
I asked
text
him
bullet?
for the number.
I'm sorry. And
I
what did,
asked him for Miss Melissa Goodhart's number.
the number is right on the email that you got in text form.
But that was later time.
This was December 4th. The email is from December 4th. The text message you're about to read is 5 days later, December 9th.
What I'm trying to say to you is that that text message was sent at a later date to me.
On December 9th, you acknowledged to Sunny that you knew you had been overpaid. I'm sorry.
Overpaid?
I'm sorry.
Underpaid.
You knew that 4 of the $6,000 you were seeking, you had already received. And the last week that you hadn't been paid for was the week you weren't there. And now if you can read this text message that you sent to Steph Diggs on that same day, December 9th.
Hi, so I looked over the payments. Are you not paying me for the week you told me to go home? If not, that's fine. And just for my past employers, when I'm asked not to work, I'm still paid because I'm only with them for the season.
That's your past employer, Sapphire. What is in the contract? What's in the contract? I'm already talking about my past employers. Girl, they ain't got nothing to do with this. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Did you negotiate that?
It was supposed to say them. It said the season.
So that takes care of all of the weeks that you said you weren't paid for on December
Woo!
1st, right?
The weeks that I sent to him calculated was adding in.
It sounds like you was paid. Sounds like you was paid, child. Sounds like you was paid. Let me rewind it. Come on, child. Shout out to the lawyer.
For the season. It was supposed to say them. It said the season.
So that takes care of all of the weeks that you said you weren't paid for on December 1st, right?
The weeks that I sent to him calculated was adding in that week.
Right. 2 weeks you had already been paid for. 1 week you didn't work and you told Steph on December 9th, if you don't want to pay that, that's fine. Right?
Yes.
All right. You also sought $3,179.06 in reimbursement for money you claimed you spent on groceries.
Yes.
That was on December 1st.
Yesterday I sent the email.
Okay.
The text to Sunny.
And
My phone off.
And you knew that you needed to submit receipts to justify that level of expense on groceries.
That's what I did. Yes.
Your testimony here under oath that you submitted receipts justifying $3,179.06 spent on groceries out of your money?
It was messed up. Was off. Something was off. Some receipts were the wrong receipt and we cleared it up.
That was a yes or no question.
So something was messed up about that,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Of course. All this messing up.
You talked about an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. Melissa asked you to return an NDA, right?
No.
I'm sorry?
No. Sunny asked me.
You received an email from Melissa Goddard on December 13th, right?
Melissa and Sunny, I was having problems with the email, the same email.
Yes or no question, ma'am?
I can't answer that correctly.
May I approach, Your Honor? You may.
Oh my God, girl.
You recognize that?
Lawyer does not look like her voice sounds, y'all. No shade. She a good lawyer, though. Shout out to the lawyer. Good job, Stefon. Don't get that lawyer that Corey is using.
As an email you received from Melissa Goddard on December 13th?
Yes.
And the subject line is NDA payment?
Yes.
She tells you she's Melissa, Mr. Diggs' bookkeeper, right?
Yes.
So you hadn't talked to her before December 13th because she's introducing herself right now.
Yes.
Okay. She says, please return the completed NDA provided to you by Sonny to this email address, right?
Yes.
This is required for employment with Mr. Diggs or any of his entities, right?
Yes.
Sonny has an NDA, doesn't she?
I'm not sure.
You don't know?
I don't talk to Sonny about her business with Mr. Diggs.
All right.
I bet you know if Sonny effing him now.
You had some text messages with Mr. Diggs on December 13th, right after you got that email, didn't you?
I don't recall the date. I would like to see.
Let's go back to Exhibit 4. It's tab D, page 195. Let me know when you're there, please. You there?
Mm-hmm.
And again, this big blue text bubble right here at the top, that's from you, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you write to Steph on December 13, 2025, you sitting here playing in my face. It's 700 some comments and none saying you effing Lindsay. Not a one. So if I told someone that, why it's not in a blog, you're still talking about that blog, that anonymous blog that caused you to get mad at Steph on December 2nd, right?
Ooh, so this all started over. Them blogs are doing great jobs. Shout out to the blogs, effing people's relationships of day. People getting their information all from them and living life. What a blog said. So you was mad that you found out he was effing yet another person? Wow. But you wasn't in love with him. You don't care about that. None of that, right? Let me rewind that a little bit. Ciao.
Lindsay, not a one. So if I told someone that, why it's not in a blog, you're still talking about that blog, that anonymous blog that caused you to get mad at Steph on December 2nd, right? When he chose to believe Lindsay over you. I'll clarify. Thank you, Mr. Virtue. On December 13th, you're still mad about the issue that led to Steph believing Lindsay over you.
From my recollection, he didn't.
I'm sorry. On December 13th.
I can't answer that question correctly without the previous text from Mr. Diggs.
You write, not a one. So if I told someone that, why it's not in a blog, you believe it and now sign an NDA. Send me my money. You sitting here playing in my face. Isn't that what you said?
Yes.
Okay. You were mad about the NDA because you thought you had to sign it because Steph believed you leaked something, right?
Yes.
Didn't have anything to do with an assault.
What did you say?
You thought the fact that you were being asked to sign an NDA was an indication that Stefan still didn't trust you, right?
No.
But you're talking about Lindsay and a blog to him the same day you get an email from Melissa asking you to sign an NDA, right?
Stefan knew that. I know.
Yes
so
or no
I
question?
can't answer that question without explaining.
If I told someone that, why it's not in a blog, you believe it and now sign an NDA. Those are your words, right?
It was now signed NDA after you assault me. I had information on you.
You didn't
and you
say
think I was leaving.
Ma'am, it's not responsive. You didn't say anything about an assault when you talked about an NDA, did you?
It does not change the fact that I was assaulted.
You talked about Lindsay and a blog and he
It
believed
does not
Lindsay.
change the fact I was assaulted.
The first time you connected an NDA with an assault was when you went in to talk to Officer Ellis on December 16th to make a police report, right?
Yes, because I noticed the behavior.
And that was the same officer that you didn't need to be honest with about some of the details about your relationship with Steph, what happened on December 2nd, when you left your position, why you went back to his house on December 9th. True?
I don't understand the question. Can you repeat it?
All of those things that you said to Officer Ellis on December 16th were not true. You had a fight with Stefon Diggs on December 2nd over text about Lindsay and a blog and him believing Lindsay. Not about money, right?
It was about money. The last text that I sent to Mr. Diggs was about money.
It was a bit of a compound question.
Yes. It's true, Your Honor. Let's turn back to the text messages between you and Steph after you sent that text message to him on the 13th, connecting the NDA with Steph's believing Lindsay.
I didn't say believing Lindsay.
No question in front of you at the moment.
That's right. Shut it.
You and Stefan got in another text argument about that issue, right? And if you could turn to page 201.
She's shaking a little bit up there, yeah.
The green bubble is Stefon, right?
Yes.
And he writes to you on December 13th, here you go. Don't worry about Melissa, and you don't got to worry about working moving forward. I never told nobody not to pay you. They said you owed money. You knew that, right?
No.
You knew that Melissa calculated the receipts that you submitted and determined that you had been overpaid, didn't you?
No.
Okay. They said you owed money, says Steph to you on December 13th. Here go that bread you was supposedly owed, I guess. That's what he said to you, right?
Yes.
And he Apple paid you $2,000, didn't he?
Yes.
And then he left another $2,000 on the stair railing in his home for you.
And that was for the week that I was there.
That was for the week of December 9th when you worked, right? Yes. And he asked you 3 times in your text message, what else do I owe you? And you never gave him a number, did you?
I said they owe me grocery. I had given Sonny the grocery reimbursement, the person that was my contact for giving receipts to.
I thought you just testified there was a mix-up with the numbers.
Yes, but I had talked to her about that. We had came up with the exact numbers after she added up the receipts.
You understood that Steph fired you that day, right?
I was leaving.
Okay. But you waited until he told you don't have to work here anymore, and he paid you $4,000.
I came back for my money because I didn't have money to leave.
So the record's clear. You came back on December 9th.
To get my money that I was owed.
You worked. And then on December 13th, Steph told you didn't need to work there anymore, right?
I'd already had in my mind that I was quitting. I just came back to get my money.
You were
But she had to get back in that room and get the code changed. That's not how you quit, child.
furious with Steph on December 13th, weren't you?
No.
No?
No.
Do you remember that Shy Charles was actually at Steph's house that day?
Yes.
And she was braiding his hair.
Yes.
And she was staying downstairs. She was going to stay overnight.
Yes.
And she finished braiding his hair around midnight.
Yes.
And then you came down from your room to talk to.
Oh, you know when she was done with the braiding, though. She be paying attention to the wrong shit.
Shy.
Yes.
And you did that because she was your friend.
My coworker. We were cool.
And she's the person you spent that week in New York with. December 2nd, the day you were supposedly assaulted, until December 9th, when you came back to the Dedham house, right? And you sat with Shy and you talked to her until 3 a.m, didn't you?
Yes.
You told her you were
her non-friend.
Finished with Steph Diggs, didn't you?
I told her in the middle of the week I was coming back to get my money, and I was trying not to be there when she came to braid his hair.
You made Shy a kind of confession in that conversation, didn't you?
A kind of confession?
Yeah. You told her Steph was going to pay.
No, I did not. I do not recall.
I'm going to remind you you're under oath, and I'll ask you that question again.
Uh-oh.
Did you or did you not sit with Shy Charles on December 13th, a few hours after you were fired from your job, and tell Shy that Steph Diggs was going to pay?
No.
Did you tell Shy you were going to sue Stefon?
No.
Shy gonna be on the stand, I'm assuming.
So after you were fired on the 13th, you stayed in the house, I think you said 2 more days, right?
I wasn't fired.
After Steph Diggs told you didn't need to work there anymore and paid you all the money
that you went back
that you claimed you were owed, you stayed in the house for 2 more days, right?
I had to get a plane ticket and I had to find somewhere to stay.
Okay. And then when you left his house, you went to the Dedham police station.
No.
You went to the Dedham police station on December 16th.
I left his house on the 15th.
You testified, and on your direct examination, you left on the 16th.
I left Stefon's house on the 15th. I went to the Dedham police station on the 16th.
Okay. And you told them he'd assaulted you 14 days before.
On December the 2nd.
And you had to pick a day that was long enough ago that it would explain why you didn't have any injuries, right?
Objection.
Part of the lesson you were going to teach Steph was to make a false police report. Isn't that true?
Objection.
Well,
allegedly.
I'll ask a different question. Your report that you made, it's missing a lot of detail. Would you agree?
Yes. I was afraid to tell the relationship between me and Stefon Diggs.
It's missing more than that.
No,
right?
it's not.
In your opinion, it isn't. Okay.
It's missing more of the text that was shared in the morning.
Okay.
It would have exposed a lot of things, and I still was trying to protect him and myself.
You actually recanted your own statements, didn't you?
No, I can't.
So you know the criminal complaint in this case issued on December 29th. Right? You
What?
know,
No, I don't know that.
What?
you were the complainant in the case. Is it your testimony you weren't notified that this case was going to be brought forward to the court?
I don't recall. I don't.
It was big news.
I don't. No one reached to me that I recollect.
You reached out to Steph's girlfriend at the time after this complaint was made public, right?
Because in the police report, I had not.
You reached out to his girlfriend at the time. Cardi B, hold on. It's about to be over, y'all.
That I recollect.
You reached out to Steph's girlfriend at the time after this complaint was made public, right?
Because in the police report, I had not listened to the voice note. I just read the voice note. I was afraid she knew. I was afraid.
Ma'am, it's a yes or no question.
I can't answer that question.
After this complaint became public on December 29th, you reached out to Steph's girlfriend, didn't you?
I can't recall the date, but yes.
May I approach, Your Honor? Counsel, actually.
Thank you, Omega. Appreciate you. So this is over. All right, so this is over, y'all. So shout out to y'all for hanging in here. I appreciate you. And I'm gonna come back later because day 2 is going on right now, but I have things to do. I already did over 3 hours already. So we're gonna do this later on tonight. So hopefully y'all will come back. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't turned on notifications. But I wanted to talk to what Trina said right here. So she said, this is why people don't come forward when their abuser is a celebrity. Even if she's a gold digger, that don't excuse his abusive behavior. There is no proof of abusive behavior. There's proof of a woman who's lied and she's been caught in her lies. There's a woman who was allegedly abused, but she went back. There's a woman who says that something happened, but she can't prove it. There's a woman that's doing the same thing that a lot of other women do, which is lie on men, especially celebrities, for a come up. It's always an excuse. Women are never seemingly held accountable. And that's why there's issues with so many things, specifically relationships, because when shit don't go the way that you want, women will lie because they think they're going to get back with somebody, which is what that lawyer just said that she said. This woman thinks she's so smart, trying to do what other women do, and all these other women that be doing the same thing. Nobody said that, men don't abuse people, because clearly we know that they do, but women abuse people as well. Lest we not forget that part, because people like Trina would like to forget that, okay? The problem is that instead of doing what you need to do to get out of said situation, your asses go back. Now, y'all can call it whatever it is that you want, but I call it dummism. Because if somebody is not doing well by me, why would I want to go back? Because whatever it is that you're getting there, obviously it's worth it. This woman is not even married to this man. This woman has no kids with this man. This woman just wants to be around this man because of who he is. So the idolatry is allegedly a big part of what the problem is here with this daggone case. This woman had no problem with living in a home with a bunch of other women that this man was taking down on a regular basis. She had no problem interacting with his current girlfriend, which she knew he was taken down, and allegedly was still sleeping with him as well. It's very interesting that when women do whatever they do to put themselves in situations that are not good for him, do not make their life better, all those excuses can be made, but nobody ever wants to hold them accountable for those things. Well, that's why I'm here, because this is dummism all the way up and through. And she's the one that decided to take this to court. So she is open to being reviewed and looked at. So if she didn't want to do this, she didn't have to do it. She ain't got no problem going back there. She ain't got no problem with talking to her employer any old way that she wanted to. She ain't got no problem with trying to tell him what he need to do and what he don't need to do. She's in charge of nothing. She can't even control her own fucking finances. She can't even control her own life. She can't even control anything. That she can't get a fucking Uber at the age of approximately 38, 40 years old, but he's the problem. He may be a problem because he definitely got some problems. One, stop having a bunch of women in the house without NDAs. Stop having a bunch of women in the house that you effing around with. Stop making babies. And lest we not forget that he ain't even using birth control condoms or anything, allegedly, given the fact that he has all these kids that continue to be born. Stefon Diggs got a lot of issues that he need to be taken care of. But in this particular case, for what it is that we talking about, she is the freaking issue because she wanted to bring it out here. And if she was so put upon, then she needs to leave. Y'all would rather listen to people like Jamel and all these other people that talk about abuse. All right, I'm sorry if anybody was in a DV relationship. However, what they're not telling you is to leave the first time that something happens. Leave the first time that something happens. That's what I'm going to tell anybody out here that might be, or it looked like, or it's going to be an alleged abusive relationship. Stop staying there. I don't give a damn about nothing. Stop having sex and having babies with people you don't know. Stop getting out here and just falling for dirty socks and Nike slides. Women need to start being responsible for their decisions and accepting accountability for them, and stop blaming everyone else. It ain't my fucking fault that y'all don't have no common sense. It's not my fault that y'all would rather stay with someone and go back to people that don't do you well because of whatever the reason is. If that's what y'all want to do, then do it. In this case, she's trying to get back to this man. She got the text messages. She's the one that's speaking. She's the one that's telling the story. This story don't make no damn sense whatsoever from a common sense perspective, but it makes sense from a biatch trying to get back at a Negro because he done moved on or he don't love her, while she over here trying to act like, I don't love him. The rest of them girls do. And so does she. And so does she. Just because women can't, Just because women can't control their own lives and make good decisions in addition to good financial decisions, that's nobody else's responsibility. You're a whole ass adult. And if this is the life that you want to live, then go live it. This ain't no different. This is a little bit different, but it's very similar to Diddy. It's very similar to Diddy. It's more important for you to be in that life because she mad because he said that she can't go to Miami, basically. Imagine ruining your life over not being able to go to Miami. It's Miami. Imagine ruining your reputation and your business all over Miami. No shade against Miami, but child, it is not that expensive and it ain't hard to get to. It's just Miami. But what y'all want to do is do whatever for said man. Then you think he cares for you, which maybe he does, but not in the way that you want him to. Not in the way that you want him to. And you know damn well you don't like the rest of those women being in the picture. So instead of you moving on, you think you're going to tell somebody and get somebody in trouble, and what you have done is gotten yourself into trouble. So while there are definitely abusers out here, in this case, she's the issue. I don't believe that he is an abuser, but guess what? If he is and he did and she went back, she's the problem. Now, maybe the sisterhood needs to start talking to the sisterhood about getting out of shit sooner rather than later and working to accept accountability for the decisions that you make. Because the first thing she did when she went back to that house after the alleged assault was go to his room, 11:30 at night. Child, please. Anyway, y'all go ahead and believe whatever the hell it is that you want to, but common sense is going to always prevail over here. So I apologize if I missed this. Shout out to Anthony Allen. He said, can you say cooked? I believe so. Shout out to you, boo. Shout out to RB, and I appreciate you. He said she got money and her old musty moose knuckle worked out and she still complains. Y'all can't even take advantage of the opportunities that you get without fucking it up, because how the hell and when the hell is she going to get another opportunity like this? If she wasn't getting paid, you take that shit to small claims court or whatever the hell it is, and you get yourself a damn lawyer and you line yourself up to move on to the next job. Nope. It makes more sense to sit up here and come out here with this mess and say this story that don't make no daggone sense, that you cannot prove, that you have no proof of, and then your own words through text message, your own words and your own pictures by way of pictures from the Tesla or wherever it was from, and videos that your quote unquote acquaintances made are the ones that's doing you in. That is her fault. That is her problem. And you in here being combative. And you in court talking about what you gonna do and what you not gonna do. The same old story, different biatch. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You heard what I said? Because I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. This is the reason why biatches continue to have problems with men, because y'all cannot accept that you do shit wrong ever, no way. You gonna lie till your dying day to not freaking admit when you do something wrong, and ain't nobody got time for that. And that's why y'all will continue to lose in all these relationships. But that's enough from me. Shout out to all of y'all. Thank you so much. Shout out to all the new subscribers. I appreciate you. Shout out to everyone that donated today. I will be back later once I get done what I need to do. Probably gonna be later around 7 or 8 o'clock. Hopefully y'all can come back so we can see what the hell happened today together, because it's more fun when we do this together. Appreciate y'all. Hit the like button for me. Share the stream. Make sure you comment. I see you all in the next one.